and they were shipped to St. Tom. They were sent to islands off Africa, South Africa, and to the Caribbean.
So why?
Well, here because they were being expelled from Europe. Now you're saying why?
Oh, so God didn't like them either.
Oh no! See, this is all part.
There's another man that don't know history.
Now, see, I'm gonna go because I just wanted to question.
Go back to subject, here, please. Guys,
I'm
can
gonna
I
go
just
with
go to
this
subject
because
quickly, please? Sorry, Magic. Just 1 second, bro. Africans, yeah, they was there way before Columbus, yeah. It states in history, yeah.
absolutely.
Abu Bakr the second, yeah, predecessor of Mansa Musa, still now the richest man in the whole world, yeah. Predecessor of Mansa Musa left the coast of Africa, yeah, in, was it 2,000 ships, yeah, with a few years worth of rations, yeah, and never to return, and ended up in Americas, them areas, yeah.
That's right.
You know,
Hey, there's even, I mean, just do your research. There's even mention of Solomon being in South America. Solomon, King Solomon, having mines.
The Moors used to do traveling. They used to,
Africa.
you know,
I mean, not South Africa.
The Moors in the
South
Ottoman
America.
Empire, yeah, the Moors in the Ottoman Empire defeated the Vikings at sea, yeah, defeated the Vikings at sea, took over Norway. These lot, Brito was apparently descendant of what's his name? David, King David, yeah, bloodline from Judah, yeah. Defeated Albion, the brother of Magog. You ever heard about the Nephilim and all that la-di-da? Yeah, it's not a lie, you know, the fallen ones. Yeah, they weren't supposed to be teaching man sin of eating, and then the Nephilim taught man the Canaanites how to eat flesh and all that stuff with all the sacrifices and all that la-di-da. It's deep, you know. Like let me go deeper. All right, you see the land of Mu, where you got the Easter Islands with the heads. Yeah,
before you go any deeper, young man, let me stop you.
Olmec and all of that.
There is no archaeology proof or historical proof that Solomon or King David ever historically existed.
Okay, if you say so.
In Ethiopia, isn't it? Wasn't Solomon? That's Ethiopia.
There's no historical proof that the past existed in so much religion as well. That's been twisted and whitewashed and got us all indoctrinated and brainwashed to certain ways of fear. It's mad. Well, anyway, what was I saying? Like the land of Mu, yeah, Lumeria, yeah, which was in the Pacific.
Yo, they are praying to a black Jesus right now.
They used to pray to Ra. They used to pray to Ra. Yeah. Imagine that's an Egyptian god.
Yeah. Too, but okay.
Where you get the name Jibrail from. Yeah. Jib was an Egyptian name. Ra, you know where that comes from. And El, Elohim. It's deep.
Hey, of course. But some of these folks don't want to claim Egypt either. Because obviously, supposedly, nothing happened from Egypt.
We're non-ether beings. We're melanated beings. They try to say we're humans. We're not humans. This is wordplay they do. The hue is like the change. Them certain. You know what I mean? Them certain.
Because that's their that's
you know what I mean. That's a hue.
Like that dark magic or those word magics type.
You get me? That's why they call it spells and spellings. Yeah, because they put us underneath spells to make us, like and it's deep in religion.
Gospels.
Can I ask?
Yes, thank you. I heard this the other day.
Check out, Taj. I want you to do one thing for me.
What's that?
Anytime you read a history book, always looking for that German name.
Oh,
Lord. Then you will see where the lie is coming from, and you know why.
Copus Gotha. That's what Copus Gotha. That's it.
Yeah, when it comes to African history, I don't believe it unless it comes from an African man.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why when you see that German name, you beware. Let your antennas go up.
You can't tell me about my history better than I can tell. So
thank you. Listen to me, sister. I'm not.
You heard about the
I know what you're saying, John. That's what you're saying.
The Seminoles, the Buffalo Soldiers. Yeah, the Buffalo Soldiers. I think the Seminoles. I can't say the word properly. Seminoles or Seminoles or something like that. Huh?
Greetings.
Buffalo soldiers were on the war line, and they were soldiers, and they were good at taking out people.
That's all you doing. You said you're renting.
They're warriors. They're warriors.
Okay, hold on, son. You just came in and started talking. Okay.
My bad.
And you've been talking for a while, so go ahead and take a minute to answer the question on the board.
Wait, hold.
No, hold on, XX. I want to give him a chance to answer because he cut in front of somebody, and I got to give that person a chance to talk. And then XX, you can go next.
Thank you for your time. Okay. Well, are black people indigenous to America? Yeah. Well, obviously, because when do they look like YT people to you? You get me anyway. Why do some black people think that they are different? Yes, we can hear you.
Give me a second.
We're all the same people, man. I don't know. It's all just confusing the tribes. You know what I mean? The Tower of Babel since them times.
So are they indigenous? Yes or no?
We're all one people of God. You get me? But it's just everyone's trying to beef each other and tear each other down. But then these idiots come with their violent ways. Yeah, when the Grimaldi man, the original. Okay, listen to this. Yeah, do you know? At first, women were here first.
Yes or no? Are they indigenous? Yes or no?
Yes. You ever heard of the Eve gene? It's that deep, yeah? And every black woman carries it. Yeah. Anyway,
are black people and Africans different, or are they the same people?
Same people. Okay. We're children of Ham. Simple as there's Shem, Japheth, and Ham. I've heard. Yeah, from Noah. And so it goes. You get me? Like, we're all from the same people. Yeah, we've been about, I think, millions of years now. But they try and say that the world only started when the Ice Age finished 6,000 years ago. Bro, stop chatting crap. Only because that part of the world was all underneath ice and stuff. The ice fall back, yeah. That's why most of them places ain't really got minerals in the land no more. Africa didn't have cold at the time. You know what I mean? It was there. It's deep, you know. It is deep. And I don't know. America's as well. It's just, you know what I mean?
Can I just address one thing, please?
It's not your turn though. Give me 1 second, please.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Thank you. Ryan, are you gonna speak?
Not really, but are black people indigenous to America? I don't know. I'm Black and Native American.
Okay, you don't know. All right. Are blacks and Africans the same people?
No.
Why not?
We look the same, but I mean, it's like saying, or like, how do you say, like people in two different regions the same? Like, we look the same, but we're not the same. We don't have the same teachings.
Well, I'm not talking about as simple things as teachings. Are there
race? She's talking about race, bro.
I don't know, because I mean, we have to identify as like Americans still, and they can identify as African American as real Africans.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You don't know the answers to both questions. Why did you come up here?
Move on.
No, hold on. Maybe he has
another. I just came to hear what y'all had to say.
Do you have anything you want to share about what you've been hearing?
I'm just soaking it up.
I've got loads more to share, by the way, but I'll just hold quiet for a bit if you don't mind.
All right. XX, go ahead.
I mean, this is Zodak, by the way. Nice to meet you. But
welcome back.
Yeah. But look, I ain't gonna lie. Black people indigenous to America, obviously, is pretty it's obvious. See, here's the thing, right? When you look at most of the artifacts in America, most of the artifacts in Africa, it's like a copy and paste in a way. You'll find an artifact over here in Mexico, which I'm about to show right now. And also, like, hold up. I'm about to show right now. Hold up. I'm about to see it. Hold up. I see, look, right here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, over here, you'll find an artifact in, like, somewhere in the Aztec area, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's an artifact, it's an ankh over here. Also, you do got some of the same leopard skin, like the leopard jaguar skins over here, what I'm about to show. And it's also like, it's another thing to do what I mentioned though, you know what I'm saying? Because see, did y'all know the pyramids over here in America aligned to the Mayan constellation, the ones in Egypt too? It's like, it's all a copy and paste. Like, it can't be no coincidence. Like, it's just the same people.
We know that, brother. The Mississippi Valley is identical to the Nile Valley.
Mississippi
Valley civilization is identical to the to the Nile Valley civilization.
Here's the one thing I did. People, right? Also about the T cross right here. You know what I'm saying? I think this kind of predates the Egyptian cross because before the T cross had this is the same thing in Egypt too. Like you see a C cross right here. You know what I'm saying? And then you see the one in Egypt as well. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a whole copy and paste. Like we the same people. Copy paste everything.
Yeah, the pyramids are the same. You know that, innit? They're all generators.
They all generate power. You know what I'm saying? They all run to the right. They all
imagine the pyramids in Egypt used to be called the Three Kings. Yeah, and Orion's belt's called the Three Kings. It lines up with Orion's belt.
We the same people, man.
Yeah,
Sirius,
just different parts of the planet. We all black.
Do you know Sirius A or B? Yeah, lines up with the pyramids too. Yeah, lines up with the pyramids in America too. Yeah. Now listen to this. Yeah, when it goes round, it changes red, white, and blue. Yeah. Why do you think it's a star? Why do you think you got stars all over your flag? It's right in your face there, bro. And it goes round in the stripes, in the lines, in the vortexes. It's deep with the different vortexes of the different suns. It's deep. Yeah. But anyway, and apparently women were first here on this planet.
They asked the Chinese, did they build it? Chinese said no, they didn't build it.
No, listen to this. Women were here the first. Women were here before man.
And were definitely here before me.
In Cambodia, same thing.
Women were here before man. You ever heard about Immaculate Conception? Immaculate Conception was there with the Eve gene.
Was Horus and Isis.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit deep with it, and I had to let that go. I had to let that out there because it's true, and I'm not lying about it. And man from Orion,
man up top, he had him a shot.
Fally, man. That's Fally, brother.
That's Fally.
But then, now imagine there's only one creator above all.
Yeah, one creator, but that's Fally, my lad.
Mesopotamian times, they try to say Anunnaki was the creator, but that's a lie. There was someone that
wait, this right here is in China. Wait, this is
way higher than the Anunnaki.
Go ahead and mute that, man. What they call it? Tequila.
Wait, hold on. This is the artifact in China right here. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Can I have the big screen real quick? I'm about to drop.
What'd you say, son?
Wait,
I'm saying, like, I have the big screen real quick because I'm about to drop as soon as I show this.
Who knows about the nine ether beings that we are?
What? You speak so fast, I can't hear what
I'm saying, like, wait, can I get a big screen real quick because I'm about to drop?
The big screen, okay.
You to get the big screen. He said he wants to get the big screen real quick because he wants to drop. Oh, not me, him.
Nah, me, X.
Oh.
Him, not me.
Okay.
Thank you, though. Thank you. No, big respect for that, though.
Literally, this is a high top favorite here. This is in the King Dynasty, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a Chinese artifact right here.
Yeah, they were black. The reason Chinese were black.
That's a high top favorite right there, bro.
She in the zinc. The shame.
Well, Buddha was black too.
Yeah.
No lie.
With them
Japanese as well. Japanese. Indian.
People. You the same, the same people of Buddha that look just like the Buddha right now today in the Adam.
The samurai. The samurai.
Hey, you wanna know what's crazy though? Hey, you know what's crazy though? See, look up the Jamin artifacts in Japan. Look up some of the Congo artifacts, the Dogon people in the Congo.
The Dogon of Mali.
It's the same. It's all over the planet.
I'm serious.
Yeah, the Dogon, the Dogon.
I can go farther than that. You want to look up something right quick? Look up Negro head in North Carolina. They got a just like an Olmec head, a Negro head.
Word, I'm in NC right now. That's crazy.
Yeah, Negro head.
You guys, in the comments, please tap the screen for me. We're almost at our goal. Please tap the screen.
They call it Negro head in North Carolina. They got a huge statue of a black person head, just like the Olmec head. Just carved.
And you know all of your lakes, in America. Go check out your lakes.
That's what I'm saying. We was in
the lakes where all these places are buried underneath. They flooded so many places underneath the lake.
Sailed to America. When he sailed to America, then he started. His people got shipwrecked or something messing. They started mixing with the population. That's why you see some of the Native Americans look Asian, and some of them look more tan. The ones that are tan looking are the ones that mix. that mixed with the blacks that was already here. I'm trying to tell
Ain't
you.
lie. You got people in the Philippines called the Negritos, right? And
Yeah,
they
they live in the mountains. They got their own
Right.
reservations. They was original Filipinos. They was all over Asia. They was in Japan. They was in the same chain, all the way down to Papua New Guinea, throughout the whole entire Pacific.
Can I get you to
always to
Google
Hawaii.
something for me?
Go read
X.
how Captain Cook
Can I
raped
get you to
Hawaii,
Google something
gave
for
them
me?
syphilis and killed off the population.
Yo, wait,
They
who
brought in
talking?
Puerto
Who talking?
Ricans.
Who talking?
X.
Who talking?
X, I would
Yeah.
like you to Google something for me, if you will, please.
All right, what is it?
Will you Google why did Ellis Island separate the family for so long? Why did Ellis Island separate the family for so long? And put it on the big screen, please.
I ain't gonna lie, my internet kind of busted right now.
Why did Ellis Island separate the families for so long?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that later. My computer dead right now. I mean, unlive right now, unlive.
There are cities up under the water that keep telling you that. So how can you say we originated here and originated there? There are cities all up under the water. The earth, the poles switch every 27,000 years. This part of the earth, I think the only places that's really not affected by the switch is Africa. This part of the surface of the earth you see now is going up under water. That's how the earth cleanses itself. When that pole switch, all the water wash away all this, and what's up under there reveals itself again. That's why our ancestors built in stone, because stone will last. So when it reveals itself again, you have something to start over with. You have a prototype that you can look at and start rebuilding civilization from again.
Word, that's crazy. But nah, you can look at my screen, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see the artifacts right here. Like, the top is Japan, the bottom is the Congo, bottom Congo. And the thing is, like, I'm still trying to look up on the Dogon. Like, it was some
Yeah,
Dogon.
Dogon. They said they was original Egyptians. They moved.
Okay, guys. Let's give HP a chance to speak. HP, go ahead.
Orion's belt. Sorry, huh?
HP, are you there?
Yeah. I'm here. Yeah, I was just listening to you guys, man.
Please answer the question, and then you can go on to your explanations.
The question that they be asking, you guys be asking if blacks are indigenous to America. The answer is yes. One of the oldest bodies that they found was African. And then how you think that Christopher Columbus came to the America? He had a black navigator, an African. You know what I'm saying? So the Africans was way in America even before the Indians got there. You see what I'm saying? And they was brought there by the Indians.
Christopher Columbus himself was black.
Christopher Columbus was not black, my brother. Christopher Columbus. Okay, check this out, right? We can't make everything.
And I'm gonna drop you. You can come back up though in a bit, okay? Since you don't have much to say.
Wow.
Thank you,
Really?
Ryan. Thank you, Ryan.
So Christopher Columbus was black.
Christopher Columbus's navigators, and they were African.
You know, King James was mulatto. Huh? Was a
King James is black too.
Okay, let him finish his point. Let him
Blood
without
fire,
you guys
man.
disturbing him.
Let me tell you something here. The time of the Moors, yeah, when they was ruling Spain for 700 years and Portugal for how long? Yeah, think about it. When they had all the Armada, when they had that Armada,
let HP finish his point. HP, are you giving him the chance to speak? Are you there, dude?
What, me?
Who you talking to? You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Okay, because I thought you said you had to drop me.
No, not you. It was Ryan I was talking to.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
I want you to land your plane and don't cut him off, you guys. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, they were black. The oldest artifact person that they found was a black African. I'm saying to you guys that you know, you have to understand the planet, the continents was once joined together. So it's not only sailing went on, there was actually traveling went on foot. You see what I'm saying? So the vibes is one of the reasons why that a lot of things, these things ain't being taught into America, into our students in America, is to hide the identity. You see what I'm saying? But look what just happened a couple of months or a year ago. Russia just opened a vote showing that all the saints, them, all the even Yeshua was black. And they what's the purpose? What's the purpose of them trying to hide and copy the black paintings them and turning them white?
More importantly, what is the purpose of them showing it now?
Because people have their agenda. Putin have his agenda.
Exactly.
Because Putin
so
just
let's not
made,
be blind to it, okay?
Yeah, true that. Putin has an agenda. He just made a deal with Burkina Faso, right?
He knew about that time ago, but not
Burkina Faso and with Africa. So therefore, how is it going to look that the Western world and the European world know to a fact that there is no country that they could exist without Africa? They cannot exist without Africa. No way. So therefore, Putin, he no idiot. He opened this thing to make all black people know that America and European is a bunch of liars. You understand? So what they were going to do now? Why Putin did this or Putin showed this? Yeah, he has his agenda.
Isn't Putin himself a European?
Well, to following Putin's career, Putin made a lot of people alive to get where he did. So I don't know.
Isn't he in the continent of the European people?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so he's a European too. Let's
He's a European too. So
let's not fall into the trap. Let's not fall into the trap.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We have to have an open eye. And one of the reasons why I joined the live, because I heard somebody say that there is no proof that King Solomon and David was real. Then explain Haile Selassie.
Infinite, can you mute yourself for me, please? Your background is loud. Thank you.
Then explain Haile Selassie that sits on that was sitting on the line, the tribe of the Lion of Judah. Kings of kings, lords of lords. Explain him. And explain why.
We're not going to talk about Haile Selassie on this
platform. No, I know, because he said that King David and Solomon was not a thing. So yeah, so I'm trying to say, well, explain him and why they tried to take him out, because he was a descendant of Yeshua and not a black man.
I don't even know the history of him.
Guys, let me tell you how Columbus
new arrival to Ethiopia. Haile Selassie is a new arrival to Ethiopia. He's not indigenous to Ethiopia.
Before we get distracted from something,
hey, say it again.
Columbus found Americas.
He's a new arrival to Ethiopia. He's not indigenous.
He's not part of the bloodline.
He's not part of the bloodline that they're talking about. He's not part of it.
He's indigenous to Ethiopia.
No, he's not. I'm Ethiopian. How are you going to tell me about my history? Whatever sounds beautiful to you is what you are mesmerized by, but I know
that cannot be broken.
And lies are often lies are often very beautiful and very mesmerizing. Okay.
I wasn't there. I'm here.
Yeah.
Then, sister, I would definitely like to hear from you.
Yeah, and I'm Ethiopian.
Was the first America. That's what y'all got to understand. The concept of America, not
he is. He's part of the propaganda of the the Western world.
Ethiopia was the first America.
He's not indigenous to Ethiopia.
The concept.
Yeah.
Of America
was Arabs. That was the Arabs.
Man.
That was the Arabs doing. And there was Christians.
What is that? No man was. What's the saying, Taj? No man is wrong in Ethiopia. That was the free America. That was the first America. Everybody was welcome to Ethiopia, the original Abyssinia. Everybody was welcome.
Garden of Eden. Apparently, so they say Ethiopia was Garden of Eden. I don't know. I heard that somewhere, but I don't know.
Yes, it is. Okay, but that's Yes.
I wasn't there. That's my theory. I wasn't there here.
So yeah, black people are the indigenous people of America, though. I do believe they are.
Yeah, we're indigenous all over the planet, not just America.
You know, the more
I agree with that too.
700 years, yeah. And Queen Isabella, and all them defeated them. Yeah, the Catholic Church. Yeah, why do you think Vatican City is the richest country in the whole world?
Okay,
Well,
hold
anyway,
on, Sam.
Check it.
You
They
guys,
found out about
okay, let's not be long-winded because people like Sam, he wants to speak. He has a lot to say.
Okay,
I'd like to speak too when I get a chance.
I know. I was referring. I wanted to give you a chance, the one. But I believe Infinity was here before you. Go ahead, Infinity. So don't be long-winded. Please just keep it brief.
No, I just believe that
the one you can go next.
like the gentleman said in the chat, that in the comments, basically, black people are the indigenous people of America and other lands around the world. Like any indigenous people that you go into their country, no matter what country or continent you land on, you'll see a darker skinned people of every race. And I believe that's where the gene comes from. You know, in the black woman, they say that they have the Eve gene. Well, I believe the Eve gene was transferred across the whole world, and everybody, you know, from China to Japan, Indonesia, anywhere you go, the Americas, you'll find darker skinned people, and those people will always be in the shadows of that, society, and they're not shown on camera and society, by the media. They show you the more fair-skinned people, so it declines you to believe that we are the minority, but in fact, I believe we are the majority.
We are the majority. 2 billion strong worldwide.
But we were separated, so now it's at a point where, divide and conquer.
In about 15 to 20 years, Africa itself alone will have 2 billion.
All right. I'm not normally in the American room, yeah? But what's this about America sending Ukraine 165 billion when they could have gave each veteran on the street 2 million each, yeah? Or they could have ended poverty over how many times?
It's too much like doing right. I mean? It's too much like doing right.
America is a business.
Yeah. And
that's
they're
a
doing this
whole
thing,
different topic. That is not our topic.
Sorry, Tom, we ain't going there.
It makes no sense. We all agree with you. It makes no sense. Exactly. Unfortunately, there's not much we can. I mean, we could do a lot about it if we choose to stand for it.
That's what I'm saying. Do you know? All right, one more thing. Do you know your taxes? Do you know you don't really have to pay taxes? Do you know that? Do you know the Treasury just types it down on a digital computer, and that's how much money they got. You don't need to pay taxes. The Treasury just types in the government that much money. Oh, you need that much? Yeah, there you go. That's it. There you don't. Your taxes don't really mean nothing. They're just making your ass work like
it was a black planet.
No taxation without representation.
Hold on.
Since before the Federal Reserve and the Rockefellers divided up the families, the proper families, which were communities raising up the children in homes instead of schools, indoctrinated for the next gen to be like just zombies and working. Yeah, I gotta pay taxes. I gotta pay this. I gotta pay tax on this, on that too. And now I get tax for this and tax for that war too, and go pay for that war. That guy's. I'm gonna imagine. Yeah, I'm talking with a stupid accent, but I'm sorry. Yeah,
it's an obvious.
See the Canadian guy. See the Canadian guy.
That's not the topic. Son.
Taxes.
Zelensky goes and bows to a Yahtzee in Canada. Yeah, and he's buying these yachts with your money. Yeah, he's buying these millions.
Yes, we know. We are not slow. We know. But unfortunately, not much we can do about right now, unless we get together. But that's not the topic. So we're not going to keep talking about that.
I'm just sick of those taxes.
Yeah. Though it makes no sense. Sure, we agree with you. The one, go ahead.
All right. So I'm gonna try to understand the question as well. So I see it says, "Are Black people indigenous to America?" So what do y'all define as Black people?
Oh, that's an excellent question. I would say Black of America is like
anybody on this platform. I would think is Black, and to you, you're Black too.
You're speaking about Blacks, though. You're speaking about the term of African Americans because that was the term it was coined by what Jesse Jackson, and with the 1980s, it was changed from blacks to coloreds to blacks to African Americans. So I would say that only blacks is only referring to African Americans, meaning from blacks to coloreds to black. You know.
All right, I understand. I understand. That's a because black is like an American term, you know, because in other places they use other verbiage.
Yes, we're talking about African descendants in the diaspora and all over the world, including Africa, when we say black.
Mm-hmm. You also got to understand this, Todd. A lot of the Africans you see inside of Africa now, some of them lived in Lower Europe, like Italy, the Etruscans. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. The Phoenicians, they live. The Canaanites were black. Some of them retreated back to Africa. They were pushed out by the Europeans. They were pushed back into Africa. And that's what people don't understand. That's why they keep saying, we all come. I keep telling you, we was all over the planet. Some of us were pushed back.
Those children at the Perth.
All right. You guys gave him a clarification. Thank you. So now you understand the one?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say this. If you're African descent, I mean, yeah, if you're African descent, you're African descent. But to say, you know, black people indigenous, I mean, I believe the first people here were of color. You know, I mean, it's you know, it's written in stone, like I heard somebody say earlier, you know, you can't run from it.
Melanated beings.
Let him finish. My Lord, have mercy.
So, but like I said, if you're from, I mean, if you're from Africa, you know, because you said African American, I mean, if you're African descent, I mean, you're African, you know what I mean? So, and if you're indigenous to these lands, I mean, you're indigenous to America, is what I believe. And I believe.
All right. What about question number 2?
Number 2. Let me see. Why do Africans and some black people think that they are different people? I don't know. Maybe, you know, lost culture, you know, many things happen in this land. So a lot of people forgot who they are, where they came from, their cultures. They lost it and they're trying to identify as something else. That's what my take on it.
And then you got different tribes and different cultures too. So
yeah, Africa's a very big, you know, continent, you know. So many of different languages, many cultures, and you know, some people can't connect to that because they say that's not them.
You understand that Zen he came there. That's why I say history is so important, man. You gotta go. You understand the Mongoloids y'all see. You claim that Hollywood show you on TV. That was Mongoloids. They come from Asia. Go. All you gotta do go read Zen he.
Siberians.
Yeah, they sailed here and they came here to mix with the local black population. That's why you got variation of skin tones and facial features among the so-called Native Americans. Some of them have straight hair, some of them have straight to kinky hair. That's because they mix. If you mix an Asian right now with a black person, you'll get the same look. The same look. You're gonna get it.
Hey, all right, you say that as well, but then there's places in Africa that people say that that's where Asian people came from. Because
no, you talking about the cosign? They had nothing to do with that. They come from inbreeding. All you gotta do your research.
I'm just telling you what.
I know. They had nothing to do with it. Mm-hmm. You had Mongoloid. They suffer from Mongoloid. Mongoloid is a condition. They suffer from Mongoloid just like the ones in Asia suffer from Mongoloid. That come from incest, inbreed. They never breed out.
And they share no DNA with the Asians. The Khoisan are 100% African, and
they're 100%
Asians,
African.
They're 100% Asian. Yeah,
they have nothing to do with Asians at all. They come from incest. That's why they said they got the oldest gene pool because they never breed it out. They stay within that circle, their own community.
Hey, do y'all mind if I bring up a subject? Bring up a question.
Yeah, go ahead. And then LD, you've been on here quiet. Go ahead and speak after him.
All right. I believe that all life started here in the Americas, and I have things to back that up. But I want to see what y'all think.
I don't think nobody knows, bro, where it started at. To be honest with you, because like I said, you got cities up under the water. We don't know how old those cities are. So we can't really say we just going by what we found here above the water.
I mean, somebody said it earlier. They said almost everything in America is a copy and paste with Africa, vice versa. But I want to say that most animals, started in Americas and traveled out to other places. Whether that's horses, camels, lions, and pretty much almost animals.
That's what they told us, brother. That's what they told us.
Elephants and giraffes. That's what they told you, bro. No.
Once again, next time you hear that, that's what I want you to do.
Well, why are they not here anymore? They just decided all to leave.
No, that's the big thing. I mean, y'all saying that, but also I feel like that's information they don't want us to know.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I want you to research the name of the scholar. I bet you it'd be a German name. Whenever you hear stuff like that right there, always look for that name. You see that German name? Don't take it with a grain of salt. Reason why I'm saying that, you gotta understand the man going back, he was trying to take over the world. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to call his name. But out of Germany, World War II, he sent his scholars all over the world to prove that they're superior to everybody, and they kept finding you. So they started hiding stuff, they started erasing stuff, everything to prove that they were superior. So when you see that name, you be aware. I'm not saying all of them might be right and lies, but I'm saying, but you be aware, then you do your deeper research.
I don't know, man, but like I said, they had massive animals over here that are no longer here. They're extinct. So I mean, that tells you people been here for long periods of time.
Since past year. First, I like this, the greatest biodiversity on the planet is on the continent of Africa.
Say that again.
Greatest biodiversity of life, where the flora or fauna is on the continent of Africa.
Exactly.
That's just,
y'all know where the meteor hit.
All I have to do to you, the one, Neo, listen to me, boy. Sorry, brother. All right. You see, the Sokotka, that little island there. There's any other kind of there's life form on there that you can never find anywhere else. Yeah, and it's just off the Horn of Africa. Yeah, just that little one island there. Yeah, and that says a lot. Yeah, baobab tree, that's found in South America, but that was connected with Pangea and all that thing was happening. You get me? When the land was more than water. You know what I mean? That's when that happened. Yeah. But then apparently, I might sound a bit not saying this here, but apparently there was 13 planets, yeah? And where the asteroid belt is now, there used to be a place.
There's only 9 planets, bro.
Huh?
Don't let anybody tell you that lie. It's only 9.
Oh, well, no, go check out.
I know what they wrote.
It's only 9. They used to say it was only 7.
No, but I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but now listen, go check out Dr. Dilbert. He's an American.
Well, they used to say it was only 7. Now it's only 9. How do you really know?
Let me type it.
It's not true. It's only 9. Really, it's 9.
Okay, but you know there's 7 universes, huh? You know that. You know there's 7 universes.
Bro.
You know there's more
I don't want to get into conversation.
There's not just one sun.
If you had something to drink, if you rant.
Huh?
We have no idea about this thing. We can only.
Bro, you know there's not one sun. We're in a vortex of another sun. I swear. You see,
Men know everything. Men don't know everything.
NASA's
Todd,
lying.
this is what I want you to do, Todd.
NASA's a
I
liar.
want you to do your homework on this. So you'll know. Do you know the Dogon in Mali?
The Dogon
they
knew
they
about
migrated from Egypt, right? Do you know the Hopi Indians in I think it was in Arizona, New Mexico?
You said
the same culture as,
you know,
as the Dogon.
That's close. It's very close and tied to the Dogon. I speak Mandinka.
Healthy. Okay, I will, John. Thank you. Healthy, go ahead.
Yeah. Blessings. Greetings to all y'all. Hey, I'm listening. I just was waiting. Okay, to the question. Black people in general, history. When you look at history, you have to go to a time that they hide from us. A time when there's over 200 cities under the Sahara Desert.
Oh yeah.
They're on maps from the 1400 maps show these cities and structures, castles, everything. There's over 200 cities under the Mediterranean Sea. They're pulling up the Egyptian city now, Heraclion. They're pulling artifacts up from that city now that's in the Mediterranean. So you have to look at that time, you know, and where did those people go at that disaster, and what disaster caused that flood to flood the Egypt, to flood the Middle East,
The
the
Valerian
ziggurats,
thing.
to
That was
flood all
the
those
Valerian
lands,
thing I was trying to land on.
and where those people went, you know, and those people got pushed into all the lands, and those were your true Hebrew people. They were pushed out into all the lands. When the invaders came into America, there were many black cities, and I don't mean Indians like native Indians. I believe
Mongoloid,
native
not
people.
Mongoloid. There was black indigenous black people. Indian only mean indigenous.
Wait, no,
That's
well,
all it means.
look.
Indigenous.
We became indigenous people. When you look at these castles, these structures, that's under the Sahara and the Mediterranean, man. Living like that, and to be pushed out your land, we became indigenous people, like wearing feathers and stuff like that, because these structures date way thousands, hundreds to thousands of years before the time of Native Americans and Native Africans and things like that. So we were at a height of civilization that we got knocked down to our native states. We had to recreate and come again. You know what I'm saying? So
the reset.
we have to look at the reset. We have to look. We have to look at that time. So I really don't even pay attention to all this new history that we've been taught. His story. That's where his story started at. His story started after the disaster. Well, we got pushed out into all these lands, and we had to take on their religions. We added what we had to what they had. We had to start over. And you going into someone's house, most of the time, you're gonna just submit to what they doing, you know? Like, not always we take over someone else's home. So I mean, I believe that every man in the world is the same man. My family is dark skinned.
No, brother.
I believe every man is one man. I believe what came first, the chicken or the egg. I don't believe the female. The scripture says he created male and female. He created them. Wait, he created male and female, male and female. He created them. However, when you read it, it's like a little small riddle right there. These were asexual beings, man. You would call them females because they gave birth, but they were asexual beings at a time. They would impregnate themselves. Women still produce semen, but they don't have sperm in it. Men produce semen with sperm in it. At one time, women produced their own sperms, and at a certain point, they gave birth to male and female children. Like, everything starts with a single cell. Science teach you that. Like, science, history, and religion, you all have to bring these things have to come back as one. There's
every
temples.
Human being is born a female.
There's temples in India.
I'm not born a female, but every human being start out as a
sperms.
female.
They have depiction of sperms impregnating the cells, impregnating the egg, and it's showing the gestation of the egg growing into the fetus. Now, how did these ancient Indians in India, ancient India people,
The Immaculate Conception, that's
did
the
they
word.
have microscopes at that time? So I mean, there's nothing but proof all over the planet that we were at a height where we are today and was knocked down. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
No primitive man could build a pyramid, brother. Right now, they got ground. They got ground penetrating radar. They can see under the desert. They know what's under there. They don't want to dig it up because when they dig it up, they're gonna find you. Then you have your proof who the
We're not ether beings. Yeah, why do you think our hair curls?
They don't want to dig it up. They know what's under there.
Yeah, you times
every
9
day,
by any number.
every day a
it comes back to 9.
sandstorm uncovered
Any
castle
number.
in the
it comes
Sahara
back to
Desert,
9.
and they hide it every day. You know, if that's the proof. That's the proof
Listen to
of
this
how
fact,
old we
yeah.
are, and that's the proof of where we come from. You know, and I mean, And that's where I'm at with it, man.
Then
History,
you got number 9 on your thing. That's
and
what
exposing that. Anything else, it don't even matter.
Yeah, we come from, we were very high,
John
man.
Paul, you got 9 on your thing. Yeah, that's what I thought of it. Yeah, we're 90 for being.
It's gonna be another reset. It's coming.
Yeah, you times
Start
9
all
by
over again.
any number in the world. Yeah, and the result of that.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
if you
on
add
the
it
way
all
for
up,
sure.
it comes
We're on
back
the
to
way,
9.
definitely.
It comes back to 9. 9 is
Earth
infinity.
cleans itself,
We're
man. Earth
carbon
goes through a
beings.
cycle,
We're
self-cleansing
related
cycle.
It's just the
carbon beings
cycle
from
of
the
the earth.
primal
Yeah, it's
plant.
just the cycle of the earth.
That's our
Cleanse
kundalini
itself.
energy.
When it has, see, it's
You
like
see these chakras, they're there to mess us up, you know.
Global warming send a signal to Earth. It's like it's sending sending a signal. When the ice is melt, it's like it tilts the it tilts the axis. And this part of the ocean, this part, the pole switch. South is really north, and north is really south. It switch every 27,000 years. When that switch takes place, this part of the land that we own now around the world, the 7 continents, goes up under the water to be clean. And the other part that's under the ocean reveals itself. That's why you got cities all up under the water.
There's a 3-day eclipse coming
Be
soon.
washed away. This right here got to be washed away. It's cleansed itself. Some people survive. Some of the knowledge will survive. Some of it won't. You have to start all over again.
John,
and that means no comets, right? No
John
comets,
Paul,
no
listen to this, yeah?
asteroids, none of that stuff. Just the
It's a
process
cycle.
of the
A
earth.
lot
We
of
live
that
on the
stuff.
clock.
Yeah?
If you go deep
there's
into
a solar eclipse coming soon, apparently, yeah?
If you
And
go deep into it,
whenever a
you'll
solar
find out most
eclipse
of them
comes
scholars
through,
will tell
there's
you
always an
they're just a
earthquake.
theory. They have
There's
different
always an
theories. They're
earthquake.
just theories. That's all they are. But we know for a
the
fact
solar
that the
eclipse.
pole switches. That's a fact. That's scientific.
I know that's a fact. That is a fact.
Pole
I know
switches.
that.
That's why the river Nile runs north. When the pole switch back, it's gonna be running south again.
What about that big magnetic?
That's why the Egyptian called it
mountain that's up north.
what we call
where
south.
all the
They call it
compasses
Upper Egypt
point to.
because they know it. They know the truth. It switches.
The Nile flows from Ethiopia to Egypt, right?
It's some from south. What is south today to north? But when the pole
they
switches,
just
they
flip
flow
the map
south
over.
again.
That's why Egypt changed from north to south. You know that.
All they did
The
was flip the
Nile
map
goes
over.
right
So
south
that
from
would put
north.
America
As your crazy tells you, yeah, that it used to be north used to be south in Egypt. Yeah, it used to be
they
south.
just flip the
It
map
switched
over,
around.
man. They just flip the map. That's
The
That's
Nile
all they
goes
did.
right south to north.
They flipped it.
Yeah, just flip the map. That's all. It's still the same. Ain't
Yeah.
nothing changed but the map. You know, the world's still the same. So actually, I believe that America, the pyramids in America, and that ancient culture that was around during the
It
time of
was the
Egypt,
Mayans. It
I
was the
believe that was
Mayans.
the land of Nod.
brothers.
I believe
The
that was
Bible
the
tell
land
you.
of Nod.
The Bible tell you that even if you don't want to go into the religion, we ain't gonna go into the religion.
The
But you
Bible
don't
tells you
that
the
going on accountable.
144
Let me
people
let
they
me just
say.
piggyback off the Bible. The Bible tells you that. It tell you there was many worlds. You won't have no memories of it. You won't have none of this one. This one disappeared. And it's not the planet. That's what people keep getting mixed up. The planet and the world. World is the state of consciousness, which the whole world is on. One consciousness, one civilization. Basically, that's what it is. What the world is. It disappeared. They said
All
it
right,
was
I
many
want to
worlds.
give Black a chance to speak.
Listen to this, yeah. Huh? Sorry, host. Go on.
Go ahead and say what you need to say, and then Black can go.
No, hello.
Basically, all right. Like, think about it. Wait, no, this whole like, I kind of lost point for a second when host was talking. Still, what was you saying, John? All right, no. I remember. Fuck. No. John, say what you were saying the last bit.
No, let the brother beside you speak, brother. He hadn't had opportunity. He just
I
got
lost
in.
my train of thought fully.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, bro.
What's going on, brother?
Oh yeah, he was here first. Let him go, and then Black, you'll go. That's right.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, can I go?
Yeah, go ahead, Godwin.
Okay, yeah. When we talk about the history of mankind, I think studies have already proven to us that the human race started from Africa. Every human was actually created black. If you check the transition from human, from hominipotid, hominisapien, we're the hominisapien at this point now, and these are the race that actually traveled venture out of Africa. And the color scheme today is as a result of the weather. If we could read up our studies very well,
Hey,
it is because
Taj,
of
I
the
see
weather.
you, man.
Yeah, the color
Let me tell
tone,
you
yeah,
about the
that's
amalgamate,
actually
man.
because of the weather. You understand? But every human was actually originally black.
Wait, what happened, John? Where'd you go?
And I
Go
think
ahead.
that is the study. I think that's the study I know.
I
And
should have followed
I
John.
stand to be corrected about that. So every human was black. We were
And
all
you're
born
correct.
black.
You're correct about that.
Yeah.
That's why I said all man is one blood, but because of diet,
And if you go through history, if you go through history, the richest man ever lived was a black man.
Musa.
Yeah, was a black man.
Okay, if every human was black, where do these colors come from?
Yeah, okay. Where do colors come from is as a result of the millennium. It's what they call hereditary and the environment. If you go to an environment over time, you mix up with the environment. The environment,
diet.
Wait, hold
on.
Make it make sense. You said you mix up with the environment.
Okay, let me say something. Let me say something now. Yeah, let's say you wherever you're right now. If you go to another locality, over time the environment affects you. The ecological system of that location affects you over time. And that is where the Caucasian
to the point where it's gonna turn my coarse hair into a straight hair.
Yeah, yes.
Oh,
you could do your studies. You could do your study. It is as a result of the environment with the Caucasian lost their melanin.
Guys, I've got a present for you, lot.
That's one powerful.
You understand? You could read up your studies. Every human on earth was black. It is as a result of the journey. You know, at one point, people had to leave Africa, you know, and venture elsewhere. And over time, they met the snow and everything, and
it was because of the ice age.
Yes,
the ice age pushed them out of Africa.
So
Guys,
if you
guys, I'm about to explain the whole point what you guys
It
are talking about
snows in
now.
Africa too, and Africa
Host,
Where does it snow in Africa?
Host, may I have the full
It
screen,
does,
please?
not as much now, but it did once upon a time.
Host, may I have the big screen,
Ethiopia
please?
in particular, in Ethiopia, it snowed.
Host, may I have the big screen, please, if you
Yeah,
need,
it
please?
snowed. My father remembers the snow as a boy.
And
in
people
Ethiopia.
are like,
and so does my
Who remembers the
grandpa.
Ice Age? 6,000 years ago is when it
And
poured.
so does my grandma, who died at
Who
110.
knows about the Ice Age?
Because
when the caveman was in the caves.
Yeah, it
So please,
snows in
Host,
Africa.
can I have the big screen,
Stop
please?
being
I'll put
Can I say something?
Let me say something.
You're very right. You know, over time, things changes.
Tad,
yes,
over time.
The big screen for a second, please. Please. I just want to show people something. This is just a little bit of your time. Just a little bit of your time, please.
Okay, don't make it long. And then David has something to say.
Guys, this is too deep. This is beautiful, though. Please just hear me.
I want to tell
Hear
you
me
about
out.
the
Not even hear me out.
Hold
Hear
on,
us.
David. Hold on. Let son finish. Go ahead, son.
Okay, finish first. Whoever's got to say something, say it now, please, because I've got to show you guys something. So, like, you know what I mean? Please.
Thank you, David. Go ahead. I'm sorry, son. I mean, go ahead, David.
Okay. The word black is self. If you go through the origin of black, you'll see a multiple different spelling for black. You got BLK, like block. Then you got BKL, like in blink. All of the different spelling of the word black, it only arrived to that black means pale. It's not actually a color spectrum. It's a pale dimension that all colors arrive from. Just say for instance, you mix. Just say for instance, you got two paints. You take a black paint and you take a red paint. You're gonna come up with the color purple. Black itself continue to darken and darken and darken. And that is the only term that I have found that the word black actually means pale. And so now, I want to say something about the about the young man when he was talking about the mustache man. Well, the mustache man, he did want to try to prove that German was superior. But during the 1976 Olympics, we proved to Germany that they were not superior. And there's a whole lot that is going on, in history, that we have studied or we listen to folks explain it to us, and we never get the full understanding. So what we need to do is what we learn, we need to arrive at our own understanding of what is the truth.
So seriously, beautiful. Thank you. I'm not taking the piss either. That was actually serious, man. Thank you.
I land my plane.
And you guys should know about Raz Kaz. I know you know about Raz Kaz. No pun intended or nothing, but just listen to this guy. Yeah? He's old school. He's an old school one. He's one of my, you get me, like one of the people I look up to. I'm gonna lie. Well, I don't know. Guys, tell me different if you have any opinion on it. I don't. Yeah,
let freedom ring with a
complain.
but not just yet. First, we need to truly understand the nature of the threat. And a pale man walks in the threshold of darkness. Roughly 20,000 years ago, the first humans evolved with the phenotypical trait. Genetic recessive, blue eyes, blonde hair, and white skin. Albinism apparently was a sin to the original man. African, so the mutants traveled north of the equator. The Europeans later, the first race haters. So here's the devil's alpha to the beta. Cause history's best qualified to teach one. Quoting German philosopher Schopenhauer, every white man is a faded or a bleached one. Migration created further mutation. Genetic drifts, evolution through recombination. Adaptation to the climate. As the Caucasus mountain man reverted to that of a primate. Savage Neanderthals until the late Paleolithic age. That's when the black Grimaldi man came. With the symbol of the dragon, fire and all. Chequet paintings in France and Spain to the Venus of Willendorf. Around 2000 BC, southern Russians migrating small units. Those who traveled west populated Europe. Those who in east settled in Iran, known as Aryans. 1500 BC, some crossed the Khyber Pass into India and created Hinduism. The first caste system.
The origins of racism.
A white dot on the forehead meant delete. The black dot defeat. Untrustable, untouchables. He wrote the Holy Vedas in Sanskrit. That's the language that created Greek, German, Latin, and English. Now the Minoans around 2000 BC starts on the island of Crete in the Aegean Sea. The Greek culture begins Western civilization. But Western civilization means white domination. Mycenaeans learned from Kemet called Egypt and Greek. It existed since at least 3000 BC, creating geometry and astronomy. This knowledge influenced Plato, Socrates, and Hippocrates. Because Imhotep, the real father of medicine, was worshipped in Greece and Rome in the form of a black African. The word Africa comes from the Greek Afrik, meaning without code. The word philosophy means love of knowledge, stole from the first man. Greek power expands. The first Greek fraternities banned. The word gymnasium is Greek for naked. This was the place where adolescent boys were educated and molested. This was accepted because Greek culture was homosexual. For example, Sappho trained girls on the island of Lesbos, hence the word lesbian.
Hey, let these dumb motherfuckers know.
December 25th, the birth of Saturn, a homosexual god. I checked the historical pattern. December 25th, now thought the birth of Christ was Saturnalia. When men got drunk, fucked each other, then beat their wife. Fact is, it was still practiced till they called it Christmas. So put a gerbil on your Christmas list. The Hellenistic era, Alexander the Great conquers all the way to India, leaving 4 successive states. By the 5th century BC, Rome succeeds to be the conqueror of Egypt and Greece, but had the threat of the Black Phoenicians in Sicily. The Punic Wars began 264 BC. The Black general Hannibal and Carthaginian peace. In 146 BC, Carthage fell after a 6-month siege. Rome sold every citizen in slavery, the first genocide of history. And more bisexuality in sight. Julius Caesar was known as every woman's husband and every man's wife. Spartacus revolt, slave rebellion at loss. With 6,000 slaves was nailed on a cross. Oh shit, Jesus Christ. Time for some act right. Christians, get your facts right. His Christ was not his name. That's Greek for one who was anointed. Yahshua ben Yosef was his name. Do Christians know this? So who do you praise? Do you know his name? Or do you do this in vain? Accepting the religion they gave slaves to behave. Peep the description of a story in Josephus. Short, dark, with an underdeveloped beard was Jesus. He had the Romans fear and revolution. The solution was to take him to court and force the accused. After being murdered by Pilate, how can it be these same white Romans established Christianity? Constantine was able to see the cross in a dream. In his vision, it read, "In Hawk, Signal Wonka, and this time we conquer." Manifest destiny. In 325, he convened the Nicene Creed and separated God into three. Decided Jesus was born on December 25th and raising on the third day was a myth. Just to deceive us. Commissioned Michelangelo to paint white pictures of Jesus. He used his aunt, uncle, and nephew. Subconsciously, that affects you. It makes you put white people closer to God.
But it's
True indeed, fuck it, jihad. In the 8th century, Muslims conquered Spain, Portugal, and France and controlled it for
700 years.
They never mention this in history class because those phase are threatened when you get the real lesson. More from Baghdad,
Turkey.
Threaten European Christians, meaning the white way of life. It's the crusade for Christ. On November 25th, 1491, Santiago defeats the last Muslim stronghold, Granada. King Ferdinand gave thanks to God for victory, and the Pope of Rome declared this day to forever be a day of thanksgiving for all European Christians. Now listen, when you celebrate Thanksgiving, what you are actually celebrating is the proclamation of the Pope of Rome, who later in league with Queen Isabella sent Cardinal Seminoles to Spain to murder any blacks that resisted Christianity. These Moors, these black men and women, were from Baghdad, Turkey. Today you eat the turkey for your Thanksgiving Day as the European powers destroyed the turkeys who was the forefathers of your mother.
Look at Turkey now, bro.
Bitch ass niggas. Now around this time, whites started calling us Negroes. That's Spanish for black object, meaning we're not really people with property. And the tribal trade begins they Caesars. Queen Elizabeth sent the first slaves on the ship named Jesus. Still a land from the indigenous natives. Gave them alcohol to keep the red.
Son, I like that. It gives us a lot of knowledge. Go ahead and share the person who sings rap stat music so that we can all listen to it on our own. Thank you for introducing it to us. Definitely send it to me in the messages because I definitely want to hear the whole thing. Thank you, though. All right. Somebody was just calling my name. Who was calling my name?
That music told the whole story.
Yeah. Told us what? The whole story.
It's not even finished.
Yeah, the whole true story.
It's got. It's literally got 1 minute 30 seconds left. Can you just hold that for a second, please? Yeah. Listen, 1 minute 30 seconds left. You done good. You done good holding tight still. Thank you guys for listening to that still, because I've been wanting to share this for a long time.
Send that for me, please.
From the other side of the waters. Yeah.
Who raps the song? Can you tell us?
I've sent it in the comment already.
Yeah,
but just keep listening so we can just listen. Wait. I'll turn it down a little bit though. So. Wait, listen to this. It's deep. You have to listen. I wish John was here. I wish John Paul Deep was here, because he reminded me of Brad's cousin.
Why are you talking over the music? We can't hear it.
Sorry. Pull it back. I'll pull it back. Wait. I'm pulling it back.
Your mother and fathers. I fight the power. Bitch ass niggas. Now around this time, whites started calling us Negroes. That's Spanish for black object, meaning we're not really people with property. And the triangle trade begins they Caesars. Queen Elizabeth sent the first slaves on a ship named Jesus. Still a land from the indigenous natives. Gave them alcohol to keep the red man intoxicated. Whites claim they had to civilize these pagan animals, but up until 1848, there's documented cases of whites being the savage cannibals. Eating Indians. In 1992, it's Jeffrey Dahmer. He slaughtered a whole race with guns, drugs, priests, and nuns. 1763, the first demonic tactic of biological warfare. As tokens of peace, Sir Jeffrey Amherst passed out clothing and blankets to the Indian community. Infested with smallpox, knowing they had no immunity. Today it's age, you best believe it's man-made. Cause ain't a damn thing changed.
COVID.
Let me explain. Now, since people of color are genetically dominant and Caucasoids are genetically recessive, and whites expect to be predominant, meaning survive as a race, then they simply must take precautions. That's why they're worried about the future now. Because by 2050, almost all the Earth's population will be brown and black. So understanding that, whites counter-react.
Man,
The fools ain't nothing but a teaspoon of milk in the world color majority. So they created a system to force blacks into an unnatural position that reinforces the position of natural inferiority. In addition, creating guns and develop the ethnocentric view that God justifies every fucking thing they do. Condition people to perceive whites' culture as civilized and every other culture considered primitive. Not true. Racism is the system of racial subjugation against non-whites in every areas of human relation. Entertainment, education, labor, politics, law, religion, sex, war, and economics. See, blacks with 3/5 of a man with tax purposes intended. You think you're Afro-American, you're a 14th Amendment and a good nigga. Jews don't salute the fucking swastika, but niggas pledge allegiance to the flag that accosted you. They never teach about the breaker islands like Jamaica. But before slaves came here, whites would take her. Pregnant woman hang her from a tree by your toes, slice her stomach with a knife and let the unborn baby fall to the floor. Then stop an unborn child in front of all the slaves. To end breed fear so they be scared, behave, and not reveal more. Understand, all whites must be perceived as potential predators. I paraphrase historian Shakamusa Berashenko. Understand that regardless of the lofty ideas engraved on paper, in such documents as the Constitution.
I'm trying to stop it. All right, my bad. That was deep. I was away from the phone for a sec, but yeah, that was deep. That was too deep. It's the realness, though.
Did you want to say something?
Not all white people. Some white people are beautiful. Some white people understand.
I don't understand when people say stop to someone and they have nothing to say. Did you have something to say, Mac?
Me?
No, Mac. Because he was the one that was like, stop playing the music. So did you have something to say?
Shall I pull it back or something? Because he was speaking facts, though, innit? You got to hear the facts. You can't hide facts. Come on.
So hold on. I want to hear why he said stop. Go ahead, Mac.
Let me share something for you, yeah?
Okay.
I have nothing against rap culture, and I literally have nothing against people who listen to rap culture. And if we're going to talk a conversation that is deep, personally for me, I don't like misinformation. That's one. And two, if we're going to really talk solutions, then everybody must be able to have the same level of information in order for us to do so. And most importantly, Taj, if your platform is one that allows for everyone of every creed and race to be able to have this discussion that accelerates our people, I don't think disrespecting your platform, the obscenities and all of these things, it really does the level of conversation to where we need to be.
Yes, okay.
It really doesn't.
You're right. Thank you. You're right. Thank you.
Yeah, I get what you mean still, and it's just, yeah. I didn't play. If I was gonna play this end part back, yeah, I didn't realize it was gonna get that deep. You get me? But it's one of them ones. Like, I should have listened to it before I played it. To be honest with you, that was my bad. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, innit? But like, that end part is a bit deep, and it's
No,
not
thank
really
you. No, thank you for
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing that.
definitely. I'm gonna look
Actually,
into that.
I've done a lot of research, and this music actually make me go back to my research, and actually, it's true. I think we should always get your information, and then just take some time to actually do a research.
Check for yourself.
When we talk about human, when we talk about black, if you just Google, the origin of mankind started from Africa. I don't know why we keep arguing this.
Yeah, that is actually not.
We should do research. Aristotle once said, the mind is like a tabula rasa. It's a flat plate. You feel it?
So my brother, let me say this to you, yeah? Because let me tell you the same rhetoric I've been hearing from African descendants in 4 continents of the world. Yeah? What you know as Africa now, in 100 years, may translate to a different language. What is known as the Garden of Eden, translated to a different word, translated to a different word, translated to Al-Kebulan, it is going to be translated again probably in 100 years. The thing about this conversation for me is that we are the people who have been oppressed. We are the people that are saying that there is a situation of white supremacy, but we are not the people who are actually talking the avenue of solutions. That for me is the most disingenuous part. And then riddled in the misinformation I just said a brother came up here and literally gave some huge misinformation, and he was just allowed to just let it slide, and we were all just taking it. Not you, my brother,
What
on the top.
misinformation were you on about?
Not you, my brother, on the top. I'm talking about the brother who claimed indicating that the word black translated to the avenue of pale skin or dark skin or whatever he was trying to directly refer to. And this for me is the major problem, because there is a whole organization internationally. Their information is archived, their information is documented, and they are clearly telling you all in these policies that governments are using all over the world that this is the classification we are giving to you. This is who you are. And there are people today who have taken up this language proudly, suffering from an identity crisis, to believe that I am black and I am black and I'm proud of my blackness and I am proud of my this and I'm proud of my that. Because our own people are not picking up these books and reading them. We are here denouncing that the Bible is this and the Bible is that, but the real documents that are there, that are portrayed to you every single day, that still keeps us away from being able to create generational wealth, and still keep us from being able to move ahead, to directly proclaim our own people, our own rights. And then we want to know directly why we're not getting ahead, because we have a bigger crisis in our hands where we will not accept our own people. This is crazy. At the end of the day, wherever you are part of the world, there is an entity called the United Nations. Don't think that entity is there for what you think it is. There are under that entity, they call them UNICEF. They call the World Economic Forum. These are the entities that are there, who are the big colonizers, the slave masters, transferred into a whole organization that they are putting their monies in, and that they are literally taking the avenue of their finances and document their own history. Let me ask the real question this morning. Because we have been having these conversations for how long? My first question: are we putting in the work? And when I mean putting in the work, I don't mean conversation. I mean putting in the work via documentation. Do you understand the connotation of when you are saying, I am a black person? Do you know where it derives from? Do you understand that in a culture set to say that you are a dead race? Do you understand what it means? And if you do not understand, do you know that these documents are lodged all over the United Nations documents? Governments around the world who passed the Sesquiquivir Act, saying that people who left their lands of 7 years cannot come back to reclaim it. Do you all understand these things? If we are not understanding these things, then we are part of the problem. How are we going to directly get over the colonizer when you do not even understand the linguistic text that they are putting into these documents to say to you, you are still a slave? This is what these people are doing. And what hurts me about this conversation is people still utilizing their ignorant language and claiming that we want to get ahead. But yet we are still not putting in the work. It is not making sense.
Okay, so what should be the umbrella word for us?
The identity of your foreparents.
Yes. I don't know. I can say I'm Ethiopian. She can say she's Somali. She can say she's Sudanese. But what is she can say she's Dominican. She can say she's African American. She can say I'm Black, African European. What is the umbrella term for us?
Okay, I think I'm getting a backlash.
What's the umbrella term you would use for us? It's not you that has the echo. It's Mensa.
Morning. Can you please explain to me?
Hold on, Mama. I'm gonna give you. You're gonna go next. Hold on. You're gonna go next. Let him just answer this one question for me.
Can I go? I'm hearing an echo. Can I go back down and come back up?
We need to have a community, man.
Can I go back down and come back up?
You don't have an echo. You don't have an echo. It's the guy below you that has an echo.
We need to make a society, seriously.
Okay, hold on. Let him answer my question. Answer my question. What is the umbrella term for all of us around the world that are of the same descendants?
Can I say, Taj? It will be ill of me to do that because that means it must be a unilateral discussion by all of us, so that when we have set in motion this conversation, there must be no differences based on that conversation. I am not in the position to say that.
You understand that color black literally produces all the other colors, right?
They classify us as Atlanteans.
Yes, Tash, I hear what you're saying.
Okay.
I hear what you're saying.
Being that color black produces all the other colors in the rainbows, you understand African descendants produce all the other race.
Right, Taj, let me ask you a question, my dear, because you said a very critical word that we must be able to identify. Let me ask you the question, because you said the color black produces every other color. And if we are talking color, then when you look into the mirror, you do not look as what it is identified as the color black.
No, it's the concept of it. It's not the look, okay? You understand us African descendants produce all the other race, right? Two black people, two African people, let's say Africans, okay, can produce a Caucasian baby, can produce Hispanic looking baby. You know that's possible, right?
Definitely understand what you're saying. And you are
then what's wrong with saying black?
You are
because black has no nationality.
Correct, but
black's a shade. It's not a color.
We are of all shades, all colors. We create all the colors.
Right, and that's the
dominant color. Black is the dominant.
How about we use carbon and
we are dominant. Anybody
hold
on, any race who has was a child with a black woman or a black man, that child or an African descendant, in your terms, it's gonna be African looking. It's gonna be black. It's not gonna be Caucasian. It's not gonna be Arabic. It's not gonna be Hispanic. It's not gonna be. Hold on, I'm talking. It's gonna be black. Why? Because black is the dominant color. You understand that, right?
Yeah. But you see your eyes, yeah?
I'm not even talking to you, son. Son. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Matt.
Talking to all of us, man. It's a community here, isn't it? They're all of us.
No, but he's the one who is saying that we shouldn't use that word, and I'm trying to understand what is wrong with the word and what is another word we can use for an umbrella.
Taj, can I ask you a question? So I can be able to make a premise, yeah? As a Spanish person who identifies as Spanish, right, based on their cultural background, and a Caucasian person, normally they have the same color pigmentation, correct?
But they all say Caucasians. They all say Europeans.
Yeah. No. A Spanish person who speaks
yes, they do.
Spanish, Portuguese, on that part of the world.
Portuguese, they say they're white too. Spanish people from Spain say they're white too. Yes, they do.
No. Yeah. What I'm saying to you.
They go under the umbrella of white.
You're dealing with Spanish of your people who speak Spanish in different parts of the world and still have the same color as the Caucasian or the Chinese or the Asians. They still have one color. They all do not identify as different. So then the premise in itself is flawed.
Hispanic people from Mexico do not. Hispanic people of the American continent, which Mexico is part of, do not.
So you cannot go into Dominica, you cannot go into Cuba, you cannot go into Venezuela or any part of South America and label any person who speaks Spanish or Portuguese or What's the other language? You can't go into any of these cultures and say that they are considered whites. And this is what I'm saying.
They
that
don't.
when
And
you look at
hold on, but they have umbrella terms too. They do. And it's Latino.
Which is Latino, right? Okay,
yeah,
great, good.
and people.
Yeah. Right. So
they have a
so
term.
we
So why
understand.
can't we have one? And what's wrong with black? And if black is not
Listen,
good, what is the term?
But Latino is not a color.
It's a word. It's a language.
It doesn't
Latino
matter.
is not a color.
It's what they use though. It's
Right,
what
but
they use.
listen, Asians.
Okay, here's a word.
Can't we just use
Here's a
African
color
or
they use.
melanated?
Brown. They say
Or
brown
melanin
people. They
beings?
say we are brown people.
Nine. What about when you use 9? We're not
That's what
number
they
9,
say.
9 equal.
But
If
the
you
word
want a
black,
color, they use
I don't
brown.
see anything wrong with the word black.
Anyways, let's give mom. There's nothing wrong
We're
with it.
taking it
Word
too
is
deep.
only
We're
the
taking
power
it too
you
There's
give
deep.
it.
something wrong with it. It doesn't
Yeah,
have a
we are black.
nationality.
Word
It
is
doesn't put
whatever
nationality.
power you give it to it. Okay,
Stop
you
trying
give
to.
the power to the
Alright.
word. The word doesn't give the power to you.
It don't give power. It might take power away. You never know because it soaks energy like obsidian stones.
No, it does take
Because
power
you
away
know black
because
mirrors.
of
You don't
documents
know.
that's written. It does take power because you're classified as a certain people that doesn't have the nationality. So once you
That's my
accept,
point. Yo,
you
listen,
accept
that's my
it,
point, big man.
then
Infinite.
once you accept calling yourself black, then you putting yourself in a certain category of
Do you
people.
see our eyes? Do you see our eyes? Yeah, can only see 0.00035%
If we don't say black, then we
of
should
the
say
light
African
spectrum.
descendants.
Yeah.
We are of African.
No, wait, host.
Not
Listen,
actually
your
use that.
eyes. What I was saying to you
Personally, that's
before.
what I use.
What I was saying to you before. Your eyes can only see 0.0035% of the light spectrum, yeah? So we can't see 99% of this stuff, yeah? And you know, back in the Olmec times, like the way they called the Mayan days, but the Olmecs, yeah, where they used to polish obsidian stones, yeah, like mirrors, the shamans or whatever, and talk to the other side through it. You know what I mean? Because it soaks in energy that deep, yeah? That's what black does. That's what the color black does. And they put this on our name because it soaks in our energy. And what does time spelled backwards? What does it mean in the
No,
English
it's
language?
no. That's just the mindset.
It goes
It's
deeper.
the mindset.
Yeah?
They gave it dark.
It's the mindset. That's how they try to keep us
It's the
in with these
mindset, honey.
spells. Yeah, it's all magical. You know about
It's
magic
not
tricks?
it's not the color black. It's the mindset. And they put
con artists.
no, hold on. They put the darkness of their mindset onto the color black is what they did. Okay, that's what humans did. They take the darkness of their mindset and project it onto the color
that's your
black.
opinion.
But the color black itself has nothing to do with evilness. Has nothing to do.
Oh my
Yeah,
bad.
sorry, it
So
doesn't.
this is why in the
The
philosophy,
color black produces all the other colors. That's what it does. Take it for what it is, not for what humans project upon it.
what
Okay.
they did
Mama,
in the
go ahead.
philosophy is that through the avenue of religious teachings, you would recognize that even when you look at the yin and the yang, and they directly in different cultures, they would have a portrayal that said that black is evil and that white is good. And based on that connotation, people have that idea of why it is associated that with
Listen
that
to
negative.
this, yeah. In the beginning,
No,
Exactly.
Yeah, please.
But it's
In the
time for us
beginning,
to change
they said
that.
let there
It's
be
time
light,
for
yeah?
us
Yeah.
to change.
Where was the Most High
son, no,
if he said
son,
let there be?
No, son, it's not your turn. Let mama talk. Goodness gracious. We can't have the same people just dominating the conversation. We gotta let other people talk too. Go ahead, mama.
Hi. I just want to say, what do you mean by are black people indigenous to the Americas?
Yeah, that's a question. So are they, do you believe that they're indigenous to America? No, okay. Go ahead if you want to express more.
I don't think they are because I'm Native American and I disagree what you say there.
Okay, it's a question. I'm not making a statement.
I mean, I could say about you. Are you native to Ethiopia?
Yes.
You're not. You're Arab.
What?
You're Yemen. So you're not black.
Wait, I'm not saying. Calm down. I'm not saying that.
I'm saying because it's for me. I'm a bit upset because you're saying.
I'm not saying that. Can you relax and let me explain why I posted this? I'm not saying that they're indigenous to America. I'm asking a question.
I'm asking you a question. Are you indigenous to Africa?
I am.
Can I
You're
talk
not.
to Mama, please? I am.
Okay,
I
thank
am,
you.
but can I
Thank
talk
you
to
for your
Mama,
opinion.
please? Yeah? All right, Mama, listen, yeah? Do you know the Moors, yeah? Long before Columbus reached, long before the Latin, long before the Latino, yeah? Long before the Latino, listen to me. No, the Moors, I'm talking about the African Moors, yeah? Yeah, the Moors that ruled Spain for 700 years, yeah? Yeah? When they knew about the Americas long time before, yeah? And they was already in there, long time, way back when, yeah? And they had the maps and all of that stuff of this season stuff, yeah? Across the Bermuda Triangle and all of them, they're there. This not a joke, yeah? And then, yeah, when the Catholic New Roman modern empire took over, why do you think Vatican City is the richest country? Because they got all their riches, yeah? They got everything from the Moors, yeah? It's not that, see that Albert Pike person, yeah? With that pointy hat, yeah? See, in Spain, it's weird. It's weird why I went there. I don't know why I went there. I just chose that place when I was choosing for a holiday. And I ended up there. A place called Sevilla in Spain, yeah? Where the Moors ruled for 700 years. This is why I'm so deep about this part. There's a castle called Alcazar, yeah? Where there's a big painting all the way across the wall, like as big as my front room. You know what I mean? And then it has all these people pointy hats, yeah? Pointy hats that, imagine, they took all that knowledge from the Moors, yeah, and took over, and they're the Latins, the Roman Catholics, from the, you know what I mean, from the Roman Empire, you know what I mean, and that still carried on to this day, and the Roman Empire is falling right now. That's why they're panicking and doing all these unaliving everyone and shit. It's just madness. But anyway, basically, it's like, all right, think about it this way, yeah, the Moors were there way before, yeah, and Africans were in, all right, and 1200 AD, yeah, Abu Bakr Sheikh II, yeah, left the west coast of Africa across the Atlantic, yeah. He was the predecessor of the richest man of in the whole world right now, Mansa Musa, yeah, Mansa Musa, who destabilized the the economy of Egypt just by on a pilgrimage, giving poor people that needed help, like wealth, you know what I mean? And destabilized their economy for years. But anyway, his predecessor left the West Coast in 2,000 ships. Yeah,
so
imagine
hold
that.
on a minute.
Yeah, 2,000 ships and never to return.
There. What does the question
and
say there? Are black people
1200
indigenous to
AD.
America?
Yeah, before
I'm not
Columbus,
talking about
the Latinas, before the Latinas reached the shores, basically. Yeah, before the what's it called? Venezuela and all them places. And what's that place called? Oh, is it Argentina or something? I don't know. Them places there, yeah, where Venezuela, where bare people have been wiped out from back in the day. Yeah, all of that shit, it's in the Vatican City libraries. They'll never bring it out in public library because that shit's too deep. It's the same way with what happened in Congo. They make it seem they hide that away with Prince Leopold, yeah. When they glorify this guy with the mustache, yeah, and try and make him seem like he's the worst person in the whole world. When the worst person in the whole world really was this Prince Leopold dude from Belgium, yeah, who unalived over 10 to nearly 20 million Congolese, yeah. Imagine that. This is not like, go check it out, yeah. Go check it out for yourself. I'm not lying. I don't like lying. I don't
need to check out anything.
Now check the one. No.
I'm asking the lady here, are black people indigenous to America? Because I need to know, because I've had a DNA, right? Yes. I'm Native American and I do not have.
Yeah, but you've been there for ages. That's why.
But I do not have no DNA on there. So can you explain to me?
Have you got any okay, do you know Queen Isabella? Queen Isabella from Portugal. When the Moors,
from Spain.
Yeah, I'm talking about Spain and all of them lot, and King Ferdinand and all of them lot, yeah. And what do you call it? When they came to Brazil and done all of that stuff there, yeah. Anyway, Rio de Janeiro and all that, yeah. And what do you call it?
Hey, let me help.
Yeah, they got that from the Moors. They got that from the Moors.
Let me
all that knowledge there from the Moors. That was Tartarian. That was Tartarian power right there. Who knows about Tartaria?
Brother, let me to explain something right quick.
My bad.
Can you hear me, Mama?
We can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Go ahead.
All right, cool. Look at the Native American, the Indigenous American, the Native. If you look at the long black hair and the red tinted skin, and look at the people in India with the same red tinted skin and long black hair, there was a land bridge at one time, and a group of people from India migrated to America, and the mixture of them with Mexico, with not Mexicans, with with Eskimos, they had that was the direction they came, blending with Eskimos, and then entering into the Americas where they had already black people. You created the red Indian, the red Native American, and then when the Caucasian came in, there was a mixture with them, and you have the lighter skin, look more Latino type Native American today. You know, it's all mixtures of people.
Colonizers from Europe. Latino is a term saying that people are mixed.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm speaking on. You have the people from the only Spanish people I know from where I'm from are from South America. Like I haven't too much contact with Spanish people from Spain.
Yeah, because the Spanish people that came from to South America, they're from Spain. They're from the Europe part of the world. They came there when they had.
Latino.
But can you explain the similarities with the American Indians and the Indian in India?
There were Native Americans for thousands of years before the people from Europe came there, and the people there, women there were raped, were genocide. They weren't alive. Yeah, to discontinue the Native American people. Yeah, it's the same everywhere. It's even happened in Africa. Even when they had people coming from Africa to the Americas, the same thing happened in the Americas when the colonizers came to the Americas. The genocide, so many different tribes of the Americas.
Wait, can I ask you guys a question? Hold on. I want to ask Mama and Son a question.
They was here before the colonizers. Think about it.
Oh my gosh, am I not? Do you guys not hear me? I can mute you if you keep talking over me, and then I can drop you. Okay. So I want to ask Mama and Son a question, just for my knowledge, because I noticed you both speak with the same accent, and you guys both say yeah, yeah. Where are you guys from? Is that Canada or is that England? Where do they say? Where are you guys from?
I'm from England. I was born in London, but I grew up in Africa like half of my life. So
England. And so Mama, I'm assuming you are too, because you guys both speak in the same accent and you both say yeah, yeah after every sentence. Is that where you're from too, Mama?
I don't think she's from England still. I don't think she's from England.
I'm not from England. I'm from South America. Just said to you, I'm from South America. I might have an accent. So if I was to ask you, how come you've got an American accent?
You two sound alike. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you've got an American accent and you're not American.
Her Asian.
Oh my gosh, you
got
need
an
to
Asian
relax.
accent.
Nobody's attacking you. I'm asking you a question too. That's why I say my knowledge.
Mama. You sound like you from Asia.
Calm down.
Yeah, she sounds Asian to me.
I just said, to me, it sounds the same, and I want to learn.
Like
That's
y'all
why
are
I'm
Indians,
asking.
but
Hush,
everybody
I want to
knows.
learn. Okay, I want to learn. So now
You
I
have
know.
clear Asian features as well.
I'm not Asian.
Yes, you are.
I'm a Mapuche. I'm a
You
Mapuche.
sound Asian. You look Asian. Just get
Wait,
on.
hold on, Dad. Hold on. I am not going to allow you to disrespect me on my platform. That will not happen.
Long time ago. She's talking about long
I'm going to drop you too, son. Hush. I will not allow you guys to disrespect me on my platform. If I'm talking, do not talk over me. I allow you guys to talk over each other sometimes. I'm giving you the freedom to speak and act like adults. But do not talk over me. I barely talk, and when I do, just give me 2 seconds. Thank you. So yeah, all I was saying, Ma, is I wanted to learn where, what kind of lingo that is and where does it come from. And so now I know. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, mama laser.
Well, all right. You see, like originally, yeah, the Moors were there, yeah, the Mandingos were there, and told Bijele nung kabri muntu mai kafonyadi. Yeah, I just told you we've been there ever since, and you're trying to say different. But anyway, like we've been there since what 1200s, yeah, 1300, 1400s, and so on, yeah. And the Olmec there from the land of Mu, yeah, in the Pacific, yeah, the land of Lumeria, yeah, which believed in Ra, the same people, the same God that the Egyptians believed in. You get me? And it's deep. Like with the Easter heads, see the island with the Easter heads on it. Yeah, look at the noses. It's not a joke. Not a game. We've been there ever since, and we're just. I don't know. We've been around for millions of years, and they're trying to say evolution that we come from apes. That's bullcrap. Because think about it, yeah. Like if you shave if you shave an ape down, what complexion is their skin really? You get me? And it's all deep. It's just how everything's been changed because the Grimaldi man. Let me take it this deep. The Grimaldi man, yeah. Who was originally here millions. I don't know how long ago, yeah. Like Razkaz said, yeah. Taught the Neanderthals, the Ashkenazis. I mean, not the Ashkenazis, the Caucasoids, yeah, from the caves because they couldn't handle the sun because it was too hot for them. They had to hide in the caves or whatever. And the caveman taught them fire and art, and they had the symbol of the dragon where you get the place Tartarian. Tartarian flag has the dragon. You know what I mean? You know about the kingdom of Tartaria that King Suleiman apparently ruled. That's why they try to make him out to be a myth so hard. It's deep, you know. It's deep. He was the king of all kings, and they try to twist things around and blah blah blah. He's in every religion. He's in a lot of books, and it's just why they lie for. My dad's called Suleiman. You get me? They can't lie about my dad. He told me some shit. Boy, it's that deep. I'm just gonna stop because I'm gonna just keep ranting. No, I can't help it. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Mo.
Hi guys, can I say something before I leave?
Anything you want?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I want to say, guys, like it's a possibility that Black people, like a billion years ago, used to walk on these lands, but in this current timeline, I don't think we should even use it because why would we do this to the Native people? You know, we know what they've been through already, and for the Black race, it's better for us to just focus and stay in focus of Africa because we're not focused. Black people become every religion. You know, we're lost. So now we're also claiming the Native people. Me, I'm from South
Yes, they were
America.
called two Americans.
Look. Me, I'm from South America. I was born in Suriname. For generations, we're out there. We're Black. We look like Africans. But I've been living in Netherlands for 25 years, right? I would never claim my homeboy his land. You know, he's my friend. The history is they helped us out when we ran away from the plantations. So
That's
why
true.
would I claim their heritage? That's all they have, man. So even if it's a possibility that Black people were first, it's a possibility, right? But why would we use it, guys? Okay,
Can I respond?
That's my
You don't know
statement.
your history, sir. You just
Can I
talking.
I'm from the land of the plantations. I'm from the land of the plantations, and I can prove
I
to you
got
that
something
we
for
own
them
those
all.
Everyone's talking
plantations
about the
that
tobacco
the
plantation,
colonizer
tobacco
came in
plantation, cotton
and
plantations,
made
and
us work on
thingy
our own
I
plantations. So
got
they
plantations.
don't
something
talk
for
about
you.
the breeding
Can I
Let's
plantations.
speak?
agree that they're
What
lost,
Can
about
I
the
right?
speak?
breeding
We can
plantations?
agree,
Huh?
guys. We can agree that
No
they're
one
lost.
talks
I got
about them.
something for you.
No one ever
I
talks
got
about the
something
breeding
for you.
plantations, what used to happen on them.
I got something for you. Can I speak?
Go on, Mo. Sorry, bro. Go on.
You ain't no disrespect.
Okay, y'all gonna have to get on y'all facts. I'm tired of hearing this. It's called going on DNA Explained. This is one, Naya, the oldest Native American. This is the oldest Native American, okay? So let me read this to you because for some reason can't nobody read. American skeleton and modern Native American separate origin has been postulated. They found an extinct fauna that was submerged in a cave of Mexico Yucatan Peninsula. This skeleton dates to between 13,000 and 12 calendar years ago and has Paleo-American cranial facial characteristics and Beringian-derived mitochondrial DNA. The difference between the Paleo-American and the native. Now let me read this to you. Now this is what they found about this lady that's 13,000, 12,000 years old. There's another one also. Her name is Lucia. She's named after Lucy from Africa because she's the second oldest Native American that's found, and she has black features. But let me read this to you. Unexpected findings was how different Naya looks than what we would have expected based on what Native people look like today. She had more African and Polynesia facial feature structures than later Native people, and she was much smaller. Be sure to check Nat Geos for their clues on ancient mystery. Naya's mitochondrial DNA confirms that indeed her matrilineal line originated in Asia, a common base haplogroup found in Native Americans. But the key thing you need to see is she had more African and Polynesian facial structures than later Native American people, and she's 13,000 and 12,000 years old. Now, the ones that came over here 6,500 years ago, yes, you did come, but there were black people here 13,012, and it's documented. So go check your history and research. Go on the DNA and go into archaeology and go into anthropology because they have it and they show who's the first European and the first America. Lucia is the second one, and Kennewick man is the third one. He's the one that populated Europe. So get your facts straight. We was here. Go look up Paleo Americans and Paleo Indians, and I rest my case.
Should we claim it in this timeline, even if it's true? Should we claim it?
What you mean? I got something real quick for you. It's not about we shouldn't claim it for the benefit of somebody else. In the early 1900s, 1903, 1904, the American government had what's called the Dawes Treaty, D-A-W-E-S. Look it up. In the Dawes Treaty, they separated the Asian-looking Indians from the Negro-looking Indians. They say, we will not pay you and we will not honor any treaty if you keep these Negroes with y'all. So they separated the Negro-looking people from the Black-looking people. But everybody that is indigenous Negro to the United States always got some dark-skinned, straight-haired people in their family. We did not come from Africa. We here, we been here. We not gonna hide it for the benefit of nobody else.
Wait.
How dare you? No, I'm finished.
Wait.
I'm not finished.
No, wait.
I'm not
So we
finished.
shouldn't claim
How
Africa?
dare you? How dare
We
you
shouldn't claim
say?
Africa?
How dare you say what the Native Americans been through compared to what my people been through, and I should be quiet about my heritage?
I didn't compare that situation because we are the most terrorized. I didn't even mention.
I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the statements.
Okay. But
I was talking
Big
about
Dog,
the
Big Dog,
statements.
one question, right? Right now, Africa is.
Well, he was the one who
messed
said
up,
it,
right?
though.
Africa's messed up.
Why should you claim it now?
Why shouldn't we claim it now? I mean,
all I'm saying is the gentleman who made the statement, from my understanding, was originally from Guyana, and I'm responding to him saying that we shouldn't say who we are because of everything that the quote-unquote American Indians went through. And all I'm saying is my people went through what they went through and much more.
Wait, Big Dog. I'm saying, right? right now, right, Africa is like the main place that they say I'm from. Like, even though I never set foot on African soil, when they see me in Europe, they all say I'm African, right? When you guys in America, they call you guys African Americans, but I never hear nobody call these white people European Americans. You have to understand. One question: are we the Black Hebrews? Are we the Black Hebrew Israelites? Are we Muslim? Do we have to praise white Jesus? What's going on with us?
There's a lot of people who
What's
want to
going on
talk.
with us, my man?
There's
There's no such thing as white Jesus. Putin just showed you that. There's no such thing as white Jesus. Putin just showed you that.
There's a lot of people who want to talk, so I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it with the words of Malcolm X.
Right? Am I lying? The majority really claims this white Jesus as God. I don't like that shit, but it is what it is, right? Our race is lost. Would you disagree that we're lost? That we become everything?
No, we're not lost, but I'm gonna end my diatribe with the words of Malcolm X. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
And I say, as the avatar, we play the of life full on the hardest settings. The Native Americans have been decimated, but we, the black man, are the most terrorized. Would you agree?
Yes.
I just explained to you that we was here 13,000 years ago. I just explained to you we was here 13,000 years ago. Go look it up. We are the natives.
We, the
Go
black
look it
African,
up.
have nothing. We have been spread out over the
You know,
globe.
what's his name?
Tell me, why was I born in the Amazon and I look like an African, but I speak a European language since I'm born? Tell me, man.
Tell me why I'm a blood type A as a black man in America. Blood type A
The
is
first
Asian.
president of America was black.
Sorry, but respect to
One
all
of
you
the
guys,
first,
you know.
one of the first, I think the
We have to
first
look out for our
president of
Native
America was
American
black,
brothers and
wasn't he?
stop claiming their land. You know,
Yeah,
even if
was
we
a
had
melanated
birth,
being,
we should
shall I say?
respect them and stop claiming
The
their land. That's
carbon
all I'm
being.
saying, man.
Yo,
Let's have
can
a
we
heart.
change
Let's
the
have
name
a
black
heart.
for carbon? It sounds beautiful. Carbon. We're carbon beings. We're carbon people. We're carbon. Yeah, we're carbon. That's what we are. Carbon in diamonds, isn't it? Yeah, and pressure makes diamonds. We're carbon. Think about it. That's what it is. That's what our pigment is anyway. We're carbon beings. Think about it. Nanifa beings. Yeah, we're melanated by the pineal gland. Yeah, that creates carbon. That creates diamonds. And them thoughts are diamonds. Yeah, expensive thoughts. We need to be expensive and do some different thing before they try and turn into their blood. Ain't happening.
I'm trying to figure out how a native African is advocating for an American Indian. He don't know nothing about my heritage. You know nothing about my heritage, son. You need to go read.
You know why I don't argue with your claim, yeah? Because think about it, yeah. There must be like transport, like some kind of people going across or people somewhere on this planet. You get me? Because we come from somewhere, and people didn't just land in one spot. You get me? There's other pieces of land that people need to land on. You know, them ones, and you never know what happened. And the word dinosaur, yeah, only got invented about just over 200 years ago, when it used to be called dragons before that. When it all used to be called dragons before that. Think about it. It's just all just wordplay. It's all just Chinese whispers gone along, and now like they gave the Bible, the religion, they gave the slaves to behave basically, and which make the church one of the richest organizations alongside Vanguard and BlackRock and Blackstone and all of them idiots.
Wait, hold on. Why did you drop? I mean, I think this is kind of your topic. You have the right to rebuttal, so I don't understand why you dropped.
When Columbus came in, was it 1492? He said he saw covered people. So I mean, this whole theory that we were brought over here, he already saw those people. So, and that was before the land was colonized. So that'll tell you who was there.
In his diary, he said he found black people among the Indians.
Right.
So they were mixed people. In Santo Domingo, which is now the Dominican Republic.
I don't see why people mistake that though.
Haiti as well.
because they continuously want to tell us that we African and we don't look like them people. Respect it. I got pride. If I was African, I'd be the proudest African ever. But if you put 10 Africans in with 10 American black people, they do not look alike.
Yes, they do.
The hair's different. I've seen it. I've seen the hair.
Difference. It's a difference.
I've seen the hair.
When you take the people from Africa, right, and you put them side by side, they all have different features also, man. From
I've
South
got boys from
Africa to
Cali,
Ghana, they look
from
different, man.
South
You're
Central
crazy.
LA that came to Africa when I grew up with them, yeah. And we used to ride horses because there's part Apache apparently or something like that. Then Seminoles, that's it. There's part Seminole or Apache Seminole or something. I don't know what they was, but these lot were sick on horses, like it was in their DNA. Yo, look, we used to go bareback riding. I've got a scar on my shoulder and
That's
on
right.
my hands. And them times.
That's my grandfather's people, Creek Indians. The Creek Indians were the Indians of the Seminole tribes.
Yo, big brother, I want to tell you, big brother, I want to tell you that you don't have to be African. I respect you, but I can tell you if you come to the Netherlands, when they see you, they're all gonna call you African.
No, but these
That's what I'm
but the
gonna tell
thing
you.
is,
They're all
they're
gonna
Yeah,
black.
they do it here in
They're
America too.
carbonated
They
people.
do it here in America too.
They're carbonated
And they do
people
it
as
all
well,
around the world.
brother. Martin D.
All around
Perkins,
the
you're
world.
carbonated, brother. You're my uncle. Yeah, I respect you as an elder. Yeah, I respect you as my elder. You get me done. You get me. You're part of the family. You're part of the bloodline.
I
Simple
respect
as.
you too,
Hey,
man.
say,
But look at my face.
hey,
Look at my face.
say, brother, excuse
You
me
look
for a
alike.
minute. Hello, young man, excuse me for a minute. You guys, whether you from Africa, America, whatever, you guys don't like
You're
to
the
use
same
the word
people.
black, but there's people in India, a whole country in the country India. There's a whole set. The people that never goes out there, they jet black. I'm a black man. I grew up in Georgia. Dooley County, Georgia, the deep South. I'm 70 years old. And I grew up in the place where the Ku Klux Klan started and originated at in 1721. So you guys don't know the real history. You guys talking in circles. You saying you better than the black African, you better than the black American. I mean, but you guys
No, nobody's better than nobody.
hold on, brother. You guys all over the place, man.
Nobody said they was better, man. You
No,
making up stuff now.
you don't have to say it. It's in your dialogue. I mean, listen to it.
Better is different than different. It's just different,
Do
bro.
not cut the elderly man off. He's not gonna. He doesn't have the energy to argue with you guys.
Yeah,
Let
but
him
I
talk.
probably look younger than all those guys on there speaking, you know. But I'm just trying to give them some history. Black people didn't just come here. If you look in the Grand Canyon, go down in the Grand Canyon. That before the Earth split it, okay, over 20,000 years ago, before the Earth split, the Grand Canyon, Egypt, and Africa was all part of this land here. Go back and do your real research, man, and quit just talking mumbo jumbo. I mean, they have the real history.
Being truthful, you know.
What you say, man?
There's the truthful.
I
You're
mean,
being
like,
honest. I heard
look at
that. I heard
look
that.
at
man.
California.
I heard that.
Hey, man, be quiet
I
while I'm
heard that.
talking. Please, be
There's
quiet while
the. Sorry, sir.
See, that's your guys' problem. You just can't sit back and listen to each other and then give the other. Oh, man. Mm-hmm.
Taj, could you call them to order, please, Taj?
Okay, yeah, okay. No remarks. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna make any either. No remarks. Let him finish. Do not cut him off. Do not agree. Nothing. Just let him finish. Go ahead.
No, I don't want them to agree. I just want them to know the real history. Like he was talking about the seminar in 1875, John Horn, which if you look at Mexico, okay, Santiago Rivera was the first black Mexican president. You know, and the Seminole Warriors, when in 1875 down in Oklahoma City, when they burnt down the Black Wall Street and the black people ran down to Miami and joined the Seminole Indians. That's how they became the Seminole. Then they started fighting for the U.S. cavalry to help America, which gave back America their freedom by destroying the Comanche Indians. That's who freed Mexico. I don't have time. I'm just jumping from place to place, but you guys really need to learn the real history. Go down to Texas, the Rio Grande River in Texas. You see the 38 soldiers on the bronze horses down there, and get the real history, man, rather than talking all this jumbo. Start going into the books and get the real history. Because you guys are so confused, man. You don't know what you're
Sir,
talking
can you
about,
stay,
man.
please? We want to hear you more. We want to hear you more. Don't go nowhere, please. Don't go
No, but
nowhere.
I'm just being
We need to
simple.
hear you more.
The Boy Scouts of America and the Ku
We need
Klux
to hear you.
Klans of America started in Georgia in 1721 or 1726. Everything I'm telling you, look it up. I was born in that town.
Albert Pike.
Okay?
I believe you.
No, I'm just being
I want to
honest.
ask you.
I picked the
Can I
cotton.
ask you?
Yeah, I've worked in the
question.
Huh? I'm sorry, baby.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you. Thank you. So I want to know, based on your point of view, you do believe that we are one and the same people, correct?
African and black people, yeah, but the black people in America, we was already here. Christopher Columbus never made it to the shores of this part of North America. He was down in the Caribbean, you know what I'm saying, Brazil and all those places. He never made it to the shores of this part of North America. The black people here been here for thousands and thousands of years, way before the Red Indian walked across from Alaska over to this part when the earth split and joined it back together. This was over 20,000 years ago. You know, I mean, come on, do the real research. It's out there.
Yes.
You know,
They were definitely here before the YT arrived.
I'm just
doesn't mean we're not one and the same people.
Yeah, of course we wanted the same people. And people keep saying,
yeah, I mean, he said a lot of the stuff that the guy was saying earlier.
Well, people keep saying, I'm not black, I'm carbon. I'm not black, I'm carbon. No, I got some uncles that is black. You know what I'm saying? I mean, black, you tell them they carbon, they look like smut, but and there's some people in Africa that is black, okay? So come on, man. I mean, aren't you guys tired of all the garbage and the propaganda? You know, you go to New York and you see the Statue of Liberty. That ain't even the real Statue of Liberty, man. That's some bullshit that they put up there. The real Statue of Liberty is over in Haiti, you know, hidden away. I'm just jumping all over the place. If I had time, I'd sit back and start the A to B, all A to Z. But come on, man, you're talking on all us is the same people. We black people. Let's come together and stop all this bullshit, all this nonsense, all this garbage. You know, I'm better than you because I'm from Africa or this part of America. Come on, man, get real.
Thank you. I really appreciate your opinion.
Hey, do your research before our kids wake up 50 years or 100 years from now and be still thinking all this garbage.
Yes.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you, Rose, for having me up. I think that, of course, in history, there are gaps that still has to be filled, and there's research that still has to be done. But one thing that's for sure,
who got their car door open? It's making too much noise. I'm gonna mute you.
You know, it's one thing for sure. Long before there was any term called Black, right? Long before there was any term called race or African American, there was a human that had the features of people that looked like me, right? And they were from the region, as we know today, called the land of Africa.
Well,
right?
that African American stuff, sister, came from Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton when they sold us out to the Democratic Party.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying.
Yep.
But we don't want to confuse the timeline. I'm just saying that we all evolved from the region that we know today before any terms of Black and the continent of Africa was even named.
Well, it wasn't even Africa in the beginning.
That's right. That's right. And there's no such thing as race. When there was no such thing as race, when there was no such thing as a white person, there was no such thing as a Black person.
Come on. So I see the psychology on that. Remember, Africa was named after a Caucasian.
No, sir. I didn't interrupt you.
Africa,
okay? I did not interrupt you.
Yes.
I'm saying our DNA, we are the original human on the planet Earth.
We who? When you say we who? It's a lot of different humans on Earth. We who?
No. It ain't no lot. There's a lot of different humans, but we all evolved from one source.
Yeah.
All right. Right. So that one single source. Look, it comes from the DNA of a Black man and woman.
I agree with that.
Okay. So, and there's no dispute. There's no dispute where that human was found. So, sir, you tell me where that human was found. Was it found in the Grand Canyon, in the Rocky Mountains? Where was it found? Or was it found somewhere along in Eastern Africa?
You misunderstood me.
I know where it's found. Let me answer.
A direct question.
I said,
let me answer.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm asking him, the older gentleman.
Wait a minute. I say Africa. I said this is part of Africa also before the Earth split it.
Okay, so you are in agreement. You are in agreement with the science.
Yep. Yeah, he is. He is.
Okay, very good.
You're saying we're the same people.
Now, I'm going to tell you guys, and I'll make it short. Thank Tosh for having me up again. I haven't been on your live in a while. But we have to be very careful about this rhetoric that's on TikTok.
This ain't no rhetoric.
No, I'm not talking about that, sir. This is the first time I'm hearing your view, but it's not. Look, I traveled the world.
So have I.
Okay, so, all right. And I've been in North America. I've been to the Dakotas. And those Indians do not look like Black Africans.
Oh, no.
Okay, I've been to the Dakotas and the Lakota Indians.
I got an answer for
him. I spent a whole
I got
summer
an answer for him.
So I'm going to just say that. So, and I've been to South Africa. I've been to Ghana, and I've been to Nigeria. Okay. So, and I've been to Europe. So I'm just telling, and Asia.
Can I please answer that question?
I'm just going to, no, let me just finish. I just want to say something very quickly. I land my plane. So this rhetoric that comes from a certain population of people here in this country. Okay. They learn this stuff. And somebody is feeding it. That somebody is feeding this divisive history, and they're doing it for a reason, and it's for Black erasure. They're telling us that the transatlantic slave trade never happened, and they're only doing. Let me finish. And they're only doing it is because they don't want to give validation, and they don't want to give the Black African who came here through the slave trade, through the transatlantic slave trade, reparations. So that in order to avoid giving that population of people reparations, they want to say that the slave trade never happened.
Yes. And what's sad is those same people who are feeling this nonsense.
That's right. So this rhetoric is being fed to men.
We're not going to give you what's due
to you. Let me just finish, Taj.
And you're saying, okay, fine. You're right. It's not due to me. That's what you're saying.
Well, you better drop that word African American, because that's what they're trying to trick you with, that word African American.
Well, they're not trying to trick me. Let me tell you,
let me give her facts.
They're not trying to trick me.
I want to give you archaeological facts.
They're not going to trick me out of my reparations by sending a bunch of some Black men who probably most of them came out of incarceration. They learned this crap inside the walls of the prison.
Let me answer her.
You didn't say
Let me answer her.
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You sound like Karen.
Let me answer her.
You cannot tell me that the transatlantic slave
that
trade
would be
did
a
not
good
happen.
question. Have you been to prison? Yeah, that's a fair question.
No.
Where are you learning?
Went to college.
Let me tell you.
Went to college.
Let me tell you. A lot of them
Let me
have
answer this question.
A lot of them have
No
on this
prison
app.
time either.
Come on
Please,
now.
can I answer this question? Please, can I answer this question? Let me answer your question. Let me answer your question.
So this type of rhetoric have been espoused around TikTok, and people are getting paid to say it and to do it. And it's only because it's to counter reparations, to say that Black African Americans, you can't tie any Black American in the continent of North America to the slave trade. So we can't give you reparations because we don't know who you are. And this rhetoric is part
No,
of
that's in
reparations.
our name. That's not in.
No,
That's
so
in our
no
name.
one who
Please
made
let me
this.
read.
No, sir. Don't
Let me
change the
read
story
this to
now.
her.
Yeah,
Either
yes. She's
Let me
only
read
saying,
this.
like,
They're
let
taking our
that sink
reparations through
in.
our
Let
name.
them
They're not taking the reparations through what you're saying. They're trying to take our reparations by calling us African American. African American.
No.
Let
If
me
they're
read
calling
this.
you
Yes,
African
yes,
American, they
yes.
are admitting.
I'll let you
Let me
speak. I'm
read
going to
this.
put myself on
Let
mute.
me read this, please.
No.
Let me
If they're calling you African American, they're admitting that they stole you from Africa, brought you here, enslaved you. That's what they're admitting to by calling
No,
you
that's not true.
African
Look up the
read
word
this.
African
Yes,
American.
honey, it is.
Let me read
Look
this.
up the word African
I
American.
got the
Look it
In
up.
information.
the word of Africa, and it's in your
Look
history
it
of
up.
the
I have the
Okay.
information. I
I'm
got the
not saying
information right
all.
here.
I'm not saying all. Do not get me wrong. I'm not saying all. But there
Y'all
are
I want to
those
answer her
go ahead. Y'all
question.
just be
descendants of
talking. Y'all got to
slavery.
read.
Okay. So when you sit around and you say slavery never took place, you gotta be careful
Who
because
said that? Who made that statement?
Nobody
Let me
said
answer
there
that
are some
question.
people. Yes, there are some people who are claiming to be
Let
indigenous
me
to
answer
America
that
who say
question.
that.
Let me answer this
We've been
question. Let
having
me
this
answer it.
conversation for weeks now, so I've heard all type of opinions.
Let me answer this question. Because she want facts. I keep hearing y'all talking about her go facts. It says Naya, the oldest Native American female woman in America ever. Her skeleton dates between 13,000 and 12,000 years calendar as a Paleo American and a Paleo Indian. How many years did it say? 13,000 to 12,000 years old is the skeleton that they found in there. Now let me describe her features to you again, because you keep
Why are you using
saying
the word America? America
because
didn't exist
this
then.
is what the article says.
America didn't exist
Listen
then.
to me. Go look up the
America
article.
didn't exist
Let
then.
me finish. Let me
No,
finish.
you can't tell me something that
Let
didn't
me
exist.
finish.
You're
This
missing.
skeleton, this skeleton was
sentence you
submerged
say
in
America
Mexico,
didn't exist,
Yucatan
now it
Peninsula.
exists.
This skeleton was found in Mexico, Yucatan Peninsula. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. No, you're cutting me off. Can I finish? Can I finish? This is not Eastern Africa. Can I finish? Can I finish? I'm trying to read it. I'm trying to read this to you. I'm trying to read this to you. Now let me start off again. Naya, the oldest Native American female, found in extinct fauna submerged in a cave in Mexico, Yucatan Peninsula. This skeleton dates back to 13,000, 12,000 calendar years ago as a Paleo-American, Paleo-Indian. Now look, one of the unexpected findings was how different Naya looked than what we have expected based on what the Native people look like today. She had more African features. She had more African and Polynesian facial structure than later Native Americans and was much smaller. And her mitochondrial DNA confirms it. You need to go do your research before you start opening your mouth saying you're from Africa.
Hold on, because you're contradicting yourself, Mo. You're contradicting yourself, Mo. If you believe in what they're reading, hold on, you guys.
Go look it up and go look up Lucia. Go look it up. Go look it up. Go look it up. Go look it up.
What I'm saying to you is,
Go look it up. And Lucia.
You guys gotta listen to what people are saying. He's contradicting himself.
Taj, let me be clear to you. I know my genealogy is. Okay, I did the research.
Not even the argument. He's contradicting himself. You got to pay attention to what people are saying and point that out. Okay. You
How
don't
did
need
I
to
contradict myself?
go in
How did I
circles,
contradict
round and around
myself?
and around. Like we
How
could be
did I
on a
contradict
merry-go-round
myself?
talking.
You said America existed.
Let me, because you contradict.
Native American.
Hold on.
Oh,
You're
because
contradicting yourself.
it said America, the oldest bone found in America.
That's the contradiction.
Stop.
That's
That's not the contradiction. No, that's not it. Hold on. You said you believe, because you've been on my platform before too. You believe that we are not one and the same people, right? You believe your copper, you call them copper people, are indigenous to America are not the same as African. But
That
then
copper stuff was
you are
created by
using,
Dan Calloway, man.
okay, hold on, I'm talking. But then you are using an evidence. You are reading it to us, and the evidence says she has African features. African keyword.
Now, this is what you have to
Is
realize.
she your
If you,
people or is she of African people? Because you're not African,
I'm
remember?
finna, let me explain this to you. Let me explain it to you. They said she had. They said she had Australian, and European, which is us, and they also said she had Melanesian features. Now, the Melanesian is part of the cranial feature that connects her to sub-Saharan
You were
Africa.
reading it just a minute ago.
Well,
You didn't mean none of that. You just kept saying
I'm
African.
just. Why don't y'all go
You're
look
not
it up?
African people. So
And
she
why
can't
don't you go look this up so we can be on the same page? Why don't y'all go look this up so we can be on the same page? Go look
You're
up this
reading it to
information.
us.
So is she
You're reading it to us yourself.
Mongoloid, Negroid? What is she?
Let me read it to you again. Yes, let me.
You guys are using eugenics terms
She's
that were thrown out 100 years ago.
African, Polynesian, Australian,
Those are
and
modern day
Melanesia.
terms, sir. Those are modern day terms. What are you talking about?
What do you think I'm reading? I'm reading from DNA Explain. I'm reading from.
Use your critical thinking skills.
Disinformationists. Go look up the article yourself. Disinformationists. Go look it up yourself. Disinformationists. And they have it in Smithsonian. They got it on archaeology.com. No, let me finish this. Let me give you the sources. Go to archaeology.com, Smithsonian, go to Texas A&M EDU, go to JSTOR, the college website also, and go check. Then come talk to me.
Do any of you guys ever go to the tribes themselves, either African or native, to study?
And Montgomery, Alabama. Go there.
Okay, let other people talk now, please, you guys. And then we can open up the
Do
panel
any
now.
of you
Let
guys
them
actually go to the indigenous tribes, either African or native, to study? And the other thing, when I was in the comments, I clearly asked, what is the legal definition of reparations? Nobody's been able to ask that. I always ask that. I know what the legal definition of reparations is, but do any of you guys know that?
I do, K-Bill.
Okay,
Real,
so what is it?
K-Real. So K-Real, I'm going to ask you.
No, I asked the question. Please answer my question.
No. Let me just say something to you. All right. So reparations is a debt that's paid to a group of people for an atrocity that has happened to them. It's a debt. So the United States has paid that same
we
debt.
all know that.
Let me finish. They paid the same debt
No, I was
to
saying no to the host.
Japanese. They gave reparations for the Japanese when they dropped the bombs on them near Nagasaki and Hiroshima. They paid reparations to the Jewish people. They paid for the atrocity that happened to them in Germany. Well, and the United States had no business paying that because that didn't happen on U.S. soil. They pay reparations to the Ukrainians right now. They're paying reparations to Israel. They're going to pay reparations to the Palestinians. So why?
No,
They
they're
even
not going to pay reparations
to the American Indian, right? So when are they going to pay for the reparations to the ancestors, offspring from the transatlantic slave trade?
Okay, so I agree with what you said. I agree with what you said, but you made one legal error.
What legal error?
Because you're citing the Churchill case law, right? And it said that reparations is the undue damage done to victims of human rights crimes and war crimes.
Okay, real. Right? I have a better question for you.
Reparations does not necessarily mean monetary.
Since you're asking us who the debt is owed to, I have a better question for you, K-Real. K-Real, I have a better question for you.
K-Real.
Why is it when black people come to the table?
K-Real, no, regardless of what it means,
No, it doesn't mean regardless. We have to be on point, right, with this, right? Because I agree with you. We're supposed to get reparations, right? So this is a legal thing, right? So when we're in court dealing with the legal thing, our information has to be proper.
No,
and when we step into this topic, there's a lot of things that are
wait a minute.
improper. That's why we're not.
Hold on. Can you let him explain what it is? Let him explain.
Please let him talk.
You know what I'm saying? If you go look up the Churchill case law, which I'll put in the comments, right? The Churchill case law clearly defines reparations, right? And most of it is non-monetary. You know what I'm saying? Because things like restoring your language, restoring your culture, telling you guys where you came from, the documents that they have hidden, you know what I'm saying? That's part of reparations. That's non-monetary. But when we step to the table, we're only talking about monetary, right? And
No,
those
we're
that
not
are on
talking
here,
about
like I agree
monetary.
with you.
We're
I do not
talking about
define
moving the
myself as an
barriers
American.
from
Hold on,
education,
because I'm gonna
moving
let
the
you speak. I'm
barriers
about to shut
from
up.
housing,
Hold on,
moving the barriers.
Just
What are
let
you
me
talking
finish. Let me
about?
finish my
Yeah, you're right. Most of the people are talking about monetary
You know what I'm saying?
conversation.
Because a lot
Most
of what
people.
we need is non-monetary reparations, but we also need those monetary reparations. But we're only talking, if you're listening to most black people, they're
No,
talking
but
about
I'm
better chat.
asking you, who's the population that reparations are due to? That's what I'm asking you, K Real. Who are they due to? If people are saying that the transatlantic slave trade didn't exist, then
I'm a Louisiana Creole. I'm
I'm
Our
asking
history.
you.
Hold on, you
Do
keep
you
cutting me off when I'm
believe
responding
the
to you. Can I
transatlantic
Why
respond
are
to
you
you
yelling,
without
woman?
off? I'm a Louisiana Creole. Our history goes against what these people are saying. I am a Native
Do you have
African black
ancestors from
man.
the
Our
transatlantic slave
history
trade?
states that there were Africans that were enslaved, and I have records of it. I have over 100,000 slave records. You know what I'm saying?
Is it
Of
from
Native
the
and
transatlantic
African
slave
people,
trade?
and I have slave ship manifest that show. Plus, I have records directly from
Okay, so you
Africa, from
believe, that's
libraries
all I
of
wanted to hear.
Timbuktu,
So you
from
do believe there
Sokoto,
was a
Nigeria,
transatlantic
from
slave
the
trade?
libraries of Merono, Sudan, and from Senegambia and from Liberia. I have documents showing the slave trade. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, very
So
good.
when
That's all I
we're
wanted to say.
coming up
Thank you.
here
You
validating
can't
what
say it
other
doesn't
blacks are
exist.
saying, you
It
guys
does
don't let us
exist.
talk to back
There's
up
a
what you're
history
saying.
backing it up. So why would you say it
She's
doesn't
looking for
exist?
somebody to battle.
Okay, you guys. Let
It's a known fact
user
that
go
slave
ahead.
trade existed. So why would you say it doesn't exist?
Hey,
What
K
did you
Real, check. Hey,
I
K
want
Real,
to give
check
user
this
a
out, bro.
chance.
Hey, K Real, check this out,
Sir?
bro. I mean, I understand.
Yeah,
I
what
understand
can
what
we
you're
call
saying
you?
on that. Oh, New Day Star. Or you just call me New,
Okay,
New or
Star.
Day or Star. Anything. But hey, K
No, I
Real, check this
wanted
out
the
though.
older gentleman here, user 7831623. I'm gonna call you user, and that's
Okay.
no. I'm talking about the guy. I don't think he hears me. Okay.
See
Go ahead.
what
What was your name again?
Noonie Skywalker said down in the chat? That is exactly right. That's all I wanted to say, Taj. I'm not coming here to argue, who the black people are. I'm not coming to argue that. What all I wanted to send to the panel to add to your conversation is that they are trying to erase the transatlantic slave trade. They are trying to say that never happened. And unfortunately, we got some black people running around here validating the oppressor's message. They're doing the oppressor's bidding when they say the transatlantic slave trade never happened. That's like saying the Holocaust never happened. You will not find a Jewish person on the planet Earth say that the Holocaust never happened. But here we are. We got black people running around here saying that the slave trade never happened. Hence, slavery in the Americas never happened. So you better be
I don't
careful.
understand how we can be
what
so
you're
smart, so
spewing.
strong, but so gullible at the same time.
No, and what consequences, what implications that type of rhetoric has. And half of you sound so uneducated that you didn't even finish the 9th grade.
I think you just have a lot of you just have a lot of anger. You come to insult.
Okay, let's not insult people. Let's not insult people.
Yeah, let's not insult.
Insulting, but you
Yeah,
can't.
Yeah, yes,
no,
you
it
are.
is an
Yes, you
insult
are.
when you say they didn't even
You
finish
can't,
9th grade.
but those are the facts. You can't spread.
It's not a fact because you don't know
But
them
wait a
in
minute,
person.
But anybody who
gotta-
spends
we
any
gotta be
time on
careful
these
who you're
apps
taking
can
information
hear what's
from,
being
right?
said and
So
can
you
hear
got
the stuff and know
misinformation
it's
and
incorrect.
disinformation.
Yeah, you can say that, but let's not
So
insult
there's a
them
lot
by
of
saying they never
misinformation
finished.
and
And there's
disinformation
paid
out here.
spies and
And you
paid
got
agents from the
people,
United States
and you
government and
got
other
people
governments that are paid to subvert
viewing
our history
information and
Mr.
to subvert our
Tigerface,
political
you can go
movements. We know
next.
this. There's counterintelligence.
A lot of us
going
were
on
here
in the
already.
United
Mr.
States. We know this.
Tigerface, you can go next. These people on their weird names. I don't know. Oh, whatever your name is, can you go ahead and?
First of all, I don't claim to be Native American at all. At all. I
What's
am
your
not
ancestry,
Indian.
RM?
I'm black.
No, that's not.
My ancestors are from the continent of Africa.
That's our skin color. What's your tribal ancestry?
No. I don't. No.
Stop that. Stop
What's
that.
your
You don't
tribal
know.
origin?
No, we're
don't
not
know.
gonna. We're not gonna do that, Kay. We're not going to do
See,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Why are we not going to do that? This is part of what needs to occur.
So it's not, hush. I will drop you. Why we're not going to do that is
Why would
because
you
we
not?
know
What?
they erased
has never traveled anywhere outside of his neighborhood.
RRV.
Yes.
Can you please
Can I talk to you?
mute
Can I talk to
yourself?
you, the host?
Mute
But
yourself.
he says he has his records though.
We should be able.
Oh my
I
gosh,
have
you
my
guys
records
keep
in my
talking,
family,
I'm
and I
gonna
know
drop
where I
you.
come from,
I
right?
will
But
let you
if we don't know, then we should just be able to say, "I don't know," and it
I mean,
shouldn't
they've
be
been
a
talking
problem
for
for
5
anybody.
minutes.
No, I will drop you guys. Take a lap. Both of you take a lap because you keep talking over me. We're not gonna do that, Kay. We're not gonna do that because we know during the slave time they erased people's identity. They erased their culture. They erased their language. They forcefully stripped them of all they are. So there are people who don't exactly know, but have a clear clue of who they are and where they come from. So we're not going to say, what tribe are you from? First of all, we don't even care about tribes. Like, that's such old school. What do it matter what tribe you're from?
Well, some
So
people
yeah, we're
actually
not gonna
still
do that.
follow
We're
their
not gonna
tribes.
shame people. We're not.
Some people do have a record of their tribe, Todd. So it's kind of
Good
like.
for them and good for them and good
So you
for
saying
them.
they don't matter? You don't think they matter?
No, I don't think so. My people know
Oh,
all their.
okay. Never mind
Okay?
that.
My parents know their tribe. I know my tribe. But do it matter? No, it don't. I'm
Yes, it
African. That's
does.
all that matters. I'm African
it
at the end of
does.
the day. Okay, that's for you. Tomato, tomato. But what we're not gonna do is we're not gonna shame people for not knowing exactly. Because we know what the history that they went through. We
Well,
know
I
the
thought he
trauma
just
that
asked
they
a
went
What they're
question.
doing with that? What
No,
he's doing with that? When
it
he
was
try to say the tribe thing, is he try to say I have more grounds for reparations than you
exactly,
do
and that's shaming
because
people.
you
Don't
came
do
over here
that.
like my ancestors
We're
did
the same
on the bottom of
people.
a ship. You know, you don't know who you are, so I know who I am. So but the thing about it that he don't understand is that it was the ones from the African tribes that started the Seminole native, which is not even a native tribe. Seminole just means Cimarron. It means runaway rebel. Because when we got transferred to Spain, like my family did well, actually we moved ourselves to Spain, and we were overtaken out there during the start of the Renaissance, during the Inquisition. We were shipped back and forth, and then finally brought over here. And the city of record that we came from was Seville, or you could call it Seville, Seville. And you can look that up right now. That was a big slave port leaving Spain, coming over here. So for people to say, and me, I think all of us who were enslaved on these grounds that are black, whether it's indigenous, the black natives, or the ones that came over here, we all should get reparations. But what there's not going to be is no pecking order, no alpha. Oh, I know I can trace myself to the Olmecs. Like
It's
what
nothing
it
wrong
sounds
with
like what
somebody
Kay's
saying
trying
they
to.
know their heritage and their history.
Okay,
though.
that's fine, but don't use that as a
Nothing
stick
is wrong
to
with
whip your
that,
own
but there's
brothers
a
and
lot
sisters
wrong
with.
with shaming somebody for not knowing, and because
Well,
we know the trauma they went through and the reason why they don't know. That's what we're saying.
I get that, but I think it was a challenge because she was challenging his knowledge on the subject. So he was saying,
Who's talking? Who's talking?
he was challenging his knowledge on the subject. So his
Talking?
response
Who's
was,
talking?
hey,
I asked who's talking because I still can't tell. Your mic is not on. Who's talking? I can hear the voice, but usually it lights up when you're talking and your box light up. So who's talking?
it's Infinite.
Okay, go ahead, Infinite.
So
Why are you
basically what I'm
muted?
saying is like, if you challenge somebody knowledge on the subject, right, you're going to have to ask them certain things about their history, what they know, what they don't know, what records they have. It can be seen as an insult, but at the same time, if you're saying you're knowledgeable, then you may have to have some type of, research on your history and know where you're coming from. Now, you can see that it's both ways of saying, oh, yeah, I'm the alpha. But I don't think he was saying he was the alpha. I think he was just saying, hey, look, I know my lineage. And here's the reason why, because it's a legal measure that is included when you come talking about reparations. It's a legal measure in that. And that legal measure goes by your nationality. So how do you prove nationality?
Okay, Infinite. Let me ask you a question, Infinite. Let me ask you a question on that. And I'm
But
not
they
even trying
know.
to.
They
Go ahead,
know
host.
who they own it to. Go ahead.
No,
No,
but see,
I just wanted to say they know who they own. They know.
But see,
Go
the only
ahead.
question I have with Infinite and K Real is this, because they both have the same talking points. Why is it when it comes to other groups, and I can name them by name, the alphabet community, the one that you really can't say because the algorithm will hit it on here, but you know they flash a rainbow, the illegals, the J people, the other J people. I mean, and they get reparations by name. Why is it they don't have to have all of this stuff? You know, I mean, whenever black folks come to the table for what's
to
owed to us,
explain what you're saying is because he's about to go off. Let me answer that question. They don't have to have that. Well, I kind of want to answer your question because they don't have to have that because they already have reparations now. So they're not getting what we're getting. We're getting because of a atrocity was done to our people. They have it from, you know, great pillage and unaliving and other measures. So a lot of theirs would.
Nah, you're completely missing the point, bro. I mean, my thing is this: whenever black folks come to the table, it's always got to be a study. It's always got to be who's who. It's always got to be something about the price tag would be too big, or what's the basis. And even right now, they're doing blatant stuff. Like right now, and I know it's kind of off base, but I'm just saying, in New York, like for instance, in New York in the 70s, they passed a bill in the 70s that would get all homeless people off the street up in New York. Okay, that was back in the 70s. It never happened, but now, since all these migrants are coming over, they're making sure to get all of them housed and off the streets. So my point is, whenever it comes to us, we're always left holding the bag, and everybody else is getting their tangibles. That's why I'm saying we have to redefine reparations, not like what K Real is trying to say.
And that's where I think that's the point that I think you're missing. So the reason why we keep getting left with the bag is because we don't know the legal terms and how to legally get through these things. Knowledge is power in knowledge, bro. So if you try to skip some steps saying, oh, we don't need to research our history, you're missing the bag because you don't know who you are.
No, it's simple. You need to first unite.
Thank you.
Okay,
you can unite, but
united. This is why they got what they deserved and what was rightfully owed to them, because they learned to unite, and they don't need to say what tribe are you from. What they know, they're one people. What do it matter what tribe? We know we're one people.
Well, it doesn't work like that in the legal system. We're asking for reparations.
Yeah, it does. They tell you it doesn't to keep
No, it does not work like that in the legal system. There's legal procedures where you have to do certain things to get certain things unlocked. Now, if you want to call it something else and we have another compensation that's not called reparations, but called something else, then maybe there could be a bill or some type of law passed for that. But if you're going to say reparations, then there's a certain law code that mandates certain steps to be taken.
Whenever you get into that right there, talking about the legalese
I
of
wish
anything,
these people
when
can
it comes
show
to
their face.
You got to know the steps. But I mean, what's so hard about that?
No. That I have to call that. I have to call that BS for what it is.
Okay, so then we never learn anything.
No. Listen, a gentleman has put his own money up, millions of dollars. Look him up, Dr. John Claude Anderson. Dr. Claude Anderson has put his own money up, gone through the legal system, like you all say. Millions of dollars worth of the legal system to only get nowhere, to only have some guy by the name of John Conyers
he didn't do his due diligence.
Do a feel-good thing
he
called
didn't do
the
his due diligence.
House Resolution 40, which is a nothing burger. So come on, you got to. You have to plan in the court system that was built against us, man. Come on now. That's like Metal Gear Solid in the game when they say you can't pick up someone's weapon and use it against them. How are you gonna go to a sophisticated legal system, as you all like to say, and try to weaponize that against them when John Conyers couldn't? Not John Conyers. When Claude Anderson couldn't do it. When
you
Johnny
can't
Cochran
quote somebody else's process though, and you don't know everything they did to
Come
get
on
there.
now. I'm just saying.
You don't know how they
those
fell.
three
You don't
men
know
I
what they
named
didn't
alone
do.
are greater minds than anyone probably. I wouldn't say anyone, but a lot of people on this app, and they couldn't get it done. So
that's just your opinion.
No, the way we're going about it now.
Go ahead.
It's getting things done. Okay, yeah, I land. Go. I'm mute. Go ahead.
Okay. I know there are some new people in here and want to give you guys a chance to speak First, I want to let the older gentleman on here go ahead and speak on what's been said so far.
No, I'm finished, yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm finished. I just watched that come and stop living in the past, but you would never would never say that to any other group. The J people, the G
Right.
if you made that statement to them, they'll shut your whole platform down. That because we not united. As the sister just stated, first we have to unite. Once we unite and come together, those other people that I know, they hate each other or dislike each other, but they work together for one common cause to keep us in the dark, and we still don't see that after all these hundreds and 20 and 30 and 40 years, we still living in a dark age and what we call disrespect and disloyalty towards each other. That's our problem. We are our own problem, not no one else.
No, I don't buy that.
Oh, we not our own problem?
Yes, you
Look.
are true. You are true. All right. In the truth.
I'm a lawyer.
Show me
I'm a
who.
lawyer. The system is the problem.
No, the system not the problem. Because number one, hey brother, let me say this before I get off the phone. Number one, when Dr. Martin Luther King and all those came in with the integration and all that stuff, we was doing great. We was doing great in the 60s and 70s and the early, not the early 80s, but the late 70s all the way down to the 50s. You could at least go into what you call a neighborhood that we had in our neighborhood.
That is true. But what forced us into segregation? The Tulsa Homeland bombings and Black Wall Street were bombed. Those people was united. Those people had bus lines, trains.
Exactly.
So what happened? They bombed us. That's the system.
But they didn't. So they bombed you and then they sent you over to their school.
You saying it like it's nothing. They bombed thousands of people. What are you talking about?
Host, thank you for having me up, host. I'm gonna rotate down so somebody else can come back up. And when it gets a little busier, I'll come back up. But thanks for having me. Shalom.
All right, thank you.
As a matter of fact, Dr. Clark Anderson, his family owned over, and I'm Brandon, by the way, from Texas. I'm here from America. Dr. Clark Anderson, his family owned like at least 500 buses.
Right out of North Carolina and South Carolina, North Carolina, correct. You're right.
Yeah. Integration had killed
everything.
And a lot of people that come here, that immigrate here, they have this, bias about Black Americans, but they don't realize the effort that this country has taken to reduce us into the status that we find ourselves in.
Thank you.
Like almost every Black neighborhood had a doctor. We didn't have to go to a hospital outside of our neighborhood. As a matter of fact, the modern paramedics was created by Black men.
Preach, brother.
Who came together in order to because a lot of people don't realize the police was the paramedics at one time, and a lot of people would die. A lot of people would die because they, the police, they wasn't specialized in medical care and stuff like that. So it was
Preach. I did research on this. Preach.
Yeah,
they pretend like our people never united and had anything. We had things.
I did research on this. Preach.
Yeah, as a matter of fact,
1,000 parts.
Yes, we
1,000 parts.
We're united,
Taj.
but now it's time to reunite again.
Taj.
Every Black neighborhood, almost every Black founded town, Slocum, Texas, Buffalo,
Let
New
Brandon
York,
land. Let
all
Brandon
these,
land.
all these places had Black Meccas all over the place. As a matter of fact, we hold a record and possibly for even more, 50,000 patents.
Preach. Preach.
50,000 patents.
1,000 pardons. 1,000 pardons. Can I get a word in? I just came in on it. I got to work tomorrow. I'm doing 712s at one of the energy plants. So I have to work tomorrow. And Taj, first of all, respect. So I really respect you for hosting this. And I'm finna tell all of you guys, because I've been listening for a while, even though I'm doing 12 hours a day, 7 days a week at an energy plant here to keep this country, that does not respect us at all going. Thank you, Taj. The rest of you brothers and sisters, thank you. Even though we're having differences and everything, thank all of you guys for at least having the effort in wanting to get better. I'm finna tell y'all one thing that y'all don't understand though, some of y'all, not all of y'all, is that everything y'all learned, they have edited it.
Oh, of course.
They have literally edited everything. So some of the facts that y'all speaking on are not real facts at all. They are colonizer history. They're not our fucking history.
Thank you.
Now,
facts.
We all got to realize in these discussions that we're all on the same page. We're all on the same team fighting for one common goal. So the thing is, we all know certain things for a fact. Like first, we know about trade before slave trade. We know who was traveling and trading all of these continents before anybody else. We know that it's people from the continent of Africa. This has been proven already with the ships they found and everything. We're coming to this continent. Now, I am traditional. I am Black by all means, and that is not a race. That's not a nationality. That is our culture. Let's get that straight. It's no continent or village of fucking Black people.
Thank you.
They made that shit up. Now, I am also Choctaw. I'm of Choctaw lineage, and I know my history from my grandmother, great-grandmother, grandfather, everything. We lived in the same fucking house. So I didn't get this from no goddamn colonizers. I got this firsthand, passed down through the generations of storytellers. And all of you guys need to know, our storytellers that they killed off when they came here into every other continent. These people went to every continent killing off storytellers. They are chiefs, our medicine men, our medicine women, our spiritual people. They went to the continents and they had hits out on them to kill them to stop the story of being told of history. So a lot of the things y'all researching is a fucking lie. It's what they told. So we got to realize that when we on these platforms and we're debating against each other, which we should not be at all. We should be coming together as one.
Preach, brother, preach.
It don't matter how much you know, you say you know about your lineage and where you came from. Yes, it's going to be the multitude of people that don't know that because they erased that from history and stopped us from knowing it. So don't look down upon nobody for not knowing who their great ancestor was, because it's not our fault. And just because I know mine, because I lived in a household that came from households and other households of 3-4 generations in one household, so we know that story. I don't look down on nobody else for not knowing that.
Yep, it ain't nothing wrong with you knowing it either, though. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. And thank you, brother. But I'm finna tell y'all this: in indigenous storytelling and everything, the shit that's not recorded in history, we still have stories of the dark people who came from the continent, and we all know which continent that is. Those are told if y'all really, involved in this and branching out, because I do ceremony with people from this continent, the continent of Africa, South America, Australia. It's people from Germany. It's people from the People's Republic of China came last year over here to do ceremonies. Traditionally, we're all doing the same ceremonies that our ancestors did in some kind of way. There are lodges and everything, and there are arbors, just like all doing the same ceremonies that our ancestors did in some kind of way. There are lodges and everything, and there are arbors, just like
the way it did. Come on back up. Sorry. What the hell is it doing?
Tosh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to
It's okay.
end it. Where was the guy
That was me, Tosh.
Who was the
That
guy
was
that
me
was
talking for a while.
Okay,
And I
go ahead.
respect everybody because I noticed when I started talking, because I've been listening for a while and I didn't want to join in because of the conflict. I noticed when I started talking, almost everybody started listening. And I really respect that because I had a platform that they took, a mega platform that we know who took from me because of saying stuff that I'm saying.
Right.
And like I said, man, we all got to realize, y'all, that we're on the same page. So some of these debates can't go like they go if we want to succeed and further what's going on. And it's a lot of stuff going on in this country that we as a people as a whole do not understand, and it's detrimental to us. It really is. And speaking upon the reparations that people were talking about, if y'all have not realized it and noticed it, it's only two what they call race or nationality of people who didn't get reparations. And those are the people that they labeled American Indians and the blacks. And it's a fucking reason why those are the only two what they call nationalities do not get reparations, and they will never give us reparations no matter what y'all think. It is a specific reason for that. And now when we start at the core of what's going on and see what they're doing and realizing stuff, that why is it only two what they call races of people who will not get reparations, that's the start of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm finna tell y'all like this, us arguing and debating against each other ain't gonna get us no reparations. And I don't want no fucking reparations. I'm very successful in life. And like I say, I don't look down on nobody else. And I know it's because of where I came from and my knowledge of my culture of being black, not my race, not my nationality, because it's not neither one of them. My culture of being black and my understanding of being Choctaw with my Choctaw lineage. That's why I'm successful. That's why my mom was. That's why my granddad was, because we understood what was really going on and we knew how to navigate the system. And we need to start teaching that to the 8th generation, which through two different prophecies is the generation that's going to shake this shit up and stop this shit.
Yeah, me.
We need to come together and start getting these children together that of the 8th generation that's going to stop it. Instead of debating with each other, we need to be coming together. And Taj, I'd have heard you say some shit, girl, that it's kind of beyond me to hear somebody say, because even with them erasing history and rewriting history for somebody to understand the things you've said and a couple of other brothers and sisters on here, it lets me know that we still have up here.
Yeah,
we still have
Well,
knowledge, we still have guidance.
You know, that's because I'm African, okay? And as
Right
African,
on.
we, like you said, our history is through orals, okay?
This the last generation.
Yes.
We don't read the European books to get our facts, or especially our history
Exactly.
about ourselves. So yeah.
Exactly. Because they're not going to tell us our history. They went around the world.
Yeah.
Listen,
And
y'all,
the
you guys
purpose
got to
of my
understand.
platform is for us to learn from each other. Some Africans are not aware of the Black history and what they've been through in this country.
Yeah,
And so they still say a certain things that can be hurtful. But African Americans also don't understand that the history that they're being taught is not their true history.
It's not at all.
So, and that's the purpose of this platform, is for us to unite, come together as one people, because we are one people, whether we want to accept it or not. It's time for that to just let it sink in, just marinate on that. Do not be too quick to say, no, just let it sit. Just think about it for a few days, maybe a couple weeks.
Right. And you know what? You are so in tune with that our people are so quick, and we want instant gratification that when somebody says something, we got to rebuttal it instead of sitting on it and fucking thinking about it. But anything we're taught in school, in these textbooks from these motherfucking colonizers, we are quick to say, oh, their science is right, their research is right, evidence is right. But when our own people tell us something, we're quick to rebuttal it. And that is Jim Crow at its finest. That is what they fucking programmed us to do, is to go against each other, but listen to them automatically. And I don't know what you did in the past, sister. I don't know what you did in the past to make me follow you, but I'm so fucking glad you did and made me follow you, because this is what we call a synchronicity. It's not a coincidence I ran across this and started listening because I'm supposed to be asleep. It's not a coincidence.
I just want to.
So whatever you did, I respect that, and thank you, sister, for doing it. Whatever knowledge you've been dropping, fucking thank you for dropping it, girl.
So I felt
Thank you for coming up here and sharing yours. My grandma, my great grandma, I'm from Georgia. My 115 when she passed. We used to pick cotton on a day, so if anybody gets a reparation, I don't have to be a slave. That was a slave. I was a slave back in the 50s and the 60s. But my mother, my grandmother, and all my sisters and all of them, they never went to the hospital. We had they had midwives. All of my 8 brothers and sisters and all those was born in that house. That part.
And they, because now when most black women die in the hospital than any other race of people in this country, because they taking all your parts and your private parts and all, and they selling it on the black market and done research with it and all, because our sisters and all do not want to do that anymore. They all want to sit back and just, man.
My folks ain't come over on no ship. My folks ain't come over on no ship.
I came on no ship, brother. I said
a boat rather.
Cherokee Indian. I know.
Yeah, I'm Cherokee and Blackfoot. These folks still alive.
That's right.
They used to unalive you for even claiming Native American.
That's right.
They used to unalive you. I'm just keeping it 100. These folks still alive. I could call them right now.
Well, so is mine. Yeah, right there in Georgia.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm in Georgia. It is what it is.
Right there in a place called Dooley County, Georgia. Like I said.
Yeah.
The home.
Okay. Cap, hold on, please. Let him land. Go ahead and land, sir.
No, I was just saying, no, he was just agreeing. I'm right from the same area as he in. Blackfoot, Cherokee, and Blackfoot. My grandmother, they was real Indian. They weren't no superficial Indians. They were real Indians. Right here in America. She didn't come from off no slave ship. And her mother them didn't come off the slave ship. But anyway, I just listen to all this propaganda, man. Like the brother was saying, RE, I can't see your number 162 number up there. Now that brother, you right on, brother. You make a lot of sense, man. Solid. I respect.
Yeah, my grandma 85 years old. Hey, just to make sure, she told me to call her cousin. I called her cousin, and before I can get it out of my mouth, Blackfoot.
Yep.
For real.
We're one and the same, right? At the end of the day, we're one and the same. Okay. Let's not. Okay, go ahead, Raja.
All right. Oh, hello everybody. Hi, Taj.
Hi.
Yeah, UK. So my parents originally came from Kashmir, near Pakistan. So Africa is the original homeland. So maybe in America and other places, black people. I mean, we all come from black people. I'm Asian, so whether it's Europeans or Asians, we all come from there. So anyway, there's a lot of discrimination, I think, in America against red Indians and black people. Is because of capitalism, and also some Europeans, they oppress people, everywhere they went in Kashmir or Africa, they oppressed them, So I think I like Dr. King, but I think Malcolm X would be better than him, because he the issues, because it's like a systematic thing, So it's not like only color, it's a culture and your history and language.
Right on.
destroyed, So yeah, with all due respect, sometimes I used to listen to Malcolm X speeches because it's very inspirational. And mind you, his English is like mine, like Oxford or London English. So it's well educated. So I don't know, we speak very fast, like the Indian Tony Blair. So yeah, Malcolm X was, he was self-taught, but he also went college, I think, and learned the way the British speak. So he knew what the game was up to by the Europeans and all that. So I think they didn't like him. Even the British, the whites, they don't like Malcolm X. They try to oppress what he's saying. But I think he was correct about people, and especially
they don't like none of us. Let's just keep it real.
So that's the main issue.
Okay, Caprice, are you still on, Caprice?
Sorry. So that's all I want to say.
Tosh.
Yeah. Hold on. I want to give Beach a chance. Hold on. I want to give Beach a chance. She's been quiet and she's been on here for a while. Let her speak, please.
Okay, respect.
Thank you, Raja.
Hey, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll make this as quick as possible so you two can go back and forth with whatever you wanted to. I'm just answering basically to like the original post that Taj has on her side. In my opinion, I see like the indigenous people in anywhere in land, right, are gonna have brown skin and whichever hue that comes from. And just how Todd was saying, like the illusion, we all are one people. A lot when I heard y'all talking about before with like not caring too much about where you're from or just not getting too deep into it. I think there comes an ego with it a lot of times because of everything that's happened to us and not really having that loss of not knowing, which is purposely planned as to be a product of a problem, because for who we are and just us being here, like the greatness, we have dominion over the world given. We're naturally 10 steps ahead. They have to cause some sort of fragment for you to be away from yourself. And that's how I see that with our people, causing a fragment of having like a void of like, where am I from? So when you start the journey of your lineage and figuring out where you are from in your family, some people get like a superiority complex because this is their first time figuring out something that they belong to and it feels good. But when you're operating in trauma, we know that comes out with your ego. So it's kind of a vibe like, I'm better than you, but this is the first step. Everyone in the world is already caught up to their lineage. We're catching up. So sometimes it's an ego and all of those kind of things that, is not to really be mad at anyone, but just to know that people are operating out of a place where it's not a lot of love resonating. So they can't give it as they're learning things, and then they'll go on their journey of realization and, have their time where they just reopen their heart space and stuff like that. So definitely we're all one people. Anywhere the original people from those places, were indigenous. With me finding out my lineage and just seeing my tribes that are here and being like, oh, okay, like I am native, we're reading documents within my tribe, like they were a tribe in Virginia. They were one of like first settlers and just mad stuff that happened to them with them being so close on the coast. But there's like literally documents of them writing and keeping track of like saying, it won't take too many generations to wash these people out and that they have this deep mahogany skin. But like, like they're literally saying about my tribe, like, oh, the men love the liquor more than they love the kids and the wife. Like they're putting it, they're implement. I'm not going to try to go in that word right now, but they're, talking about how their plan is to colonize these people. And they did this everywhere, So those are the things in law. A lot of times we have to understand that we have to go by their systems, right? Like their system was genuinely made for us to excel, but because of how they trained us generationally and the PTSD from that is certain things like reading, doing your due diligence. And I know a lot of us read, but when you really get into the thick of it, of like systematically, it's all there for us to excel and have everything we need off of nothing. just off the fact of fraud, just the fact of them doing what they did off birth with us. You could get reparations off that. And there's white people out here who literally are showing how to get into native trust funds just off the legalese of it, like the grammar, so we could really be mad and focusing at like the little things of like, well, I want it to be a reparation, or you could see all the loopholes that they put here for you to, excel no matter what, and have your moment in the Matrix when Neo meets the architect, and it's like, like okay, congratulations, like, and that's how I seen it on the other side of things when you're focusing on like the resolution and not so much the problem, like everything was created for us, and even the road blockages by these like, intelligent, lack empathy, or, the ability to have an experience. When you make it past the blockages that they put, it's really like everything is so proud of you because you're helping the whole collective energy, and that's my
I
word.
know, sis. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying. Right on, girl.
And that's right. It's just on us to change the world. Is we gonna change or what? What we gonna do?
Exactly.
We supposed.
That's what I was saying about the 8th generation. It's our job.
We supposed to claim
get the 8th generation ready.
We need to claim our land back. Get our land back.
Brother, I'm finna tell you like this. We got to do other things. Like Taj said, we got to unite before we even do that. We can't do that without being united.
Yeah, we all got to connect.
Understanding. We got to have understanding of what's going on.
We need.
Lord have mercy.
I
And when we say we unite, we're talking about all African descendants.
All. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. All.
Made home in the diaspora long before
different beliefs. We have different beliefs because ethnogenesis. If I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to say the word right. That's what I was looking up.
Believe is learning. We all come from that. We all trying to learn. We all trying to tap in. We all trying to learn.
But bro,
well, I think the problem is that everybody, you don't have to agree on everything. So we do have to agree on some things, but we don't have to agree on everything. And I think that's the problem with our people. We try to agree on everything. We ain't gonna agree on everything.
And if we don't,
the only thing we need to agree on is that we are the same and one. Right. That is all we need to agree on. Your beliefs, your culture, your language, your tribe has nothing to do with the fact that we are the same people.
When we argue and do stuff like this, like when we argue, that means we connecting, y'all. We come from this. We come from argument. We come from fighting with each other. You feel me? Getting each other to understand. That's why we gotta. So it's not bad. It's not bad to argue with each other. Y'all just have to know certain points of stuff. Like when you arguing with somebody and you getting somebody to understand something, it's pointing to shit. Like you got it. Yeah, I'm
more of a debate.
I'm
a debate.
I bet.
Feel me?
Authentic.
Listen.
I want y'all to know something. So I'm finna share some with y'all. I don't share with a lot of people, and I didn't want to share with this platform, right? So I'm one of what y'all would call, I don't know what y'all call it in y'all culture. I'm a medicine man. I do our spiritual work. I've never, ever, besides an antibiotic, because I grew up, my mom was brainwashed, our family. I've never took medicine. My kids don't take medicine. We don't go to the hospital, nothing. And I'm healthy as hell. I'm 46 years old, and I've never been on a fucking prescription, medication, anything. We make our own medicines with natural herbs, right?
Same here, and same in my family too.
Exactly, and I do not like some medicine people, witch doctors, voodoo priests, whatever. I don't only put that to our own people and turn down other people. I make it for everybody that's of us because we're all different. But we know we're all one.
So it's natural, brother, is good.
Long as it's natural. And I'm finna tell you like this: from pain medicine,
from the mother, we good.
It's people then had cancer I done dealt with, everything. And believe it or not, y'all, fuck what these motherfucking colonizers telling y'all. From cancer on down, we literally treat and deal with all these illnesses. And you will never hear somebody get on a social platform, on any kind of platform, or saying it didn't work.
You see, it's plenty of people go to the hospital, they go do
And don't
chemotherapy,
even
and
go
they
too
die,
in
and they
depth.
family
Hold
start.
on, hold on.
but
Don't even go too in
Yeah,
depth
Tosh.
into it
A
on
lot
this
of people gonna
platform.
start doing that, y'all.
I
Yeah,
won't
don't
because they
even
took
go
my
too
platform.
Done, yeah, a lot of people
yeah,
done
Because
going
they
don't.
to that.
took my
That's
platform for
why
shit like this.
Yeah,
Y'all,
and,
I
and,
can't
and
say the name of my
we
platform, but they
raising up.
took my
We
platform
raising up.
for doing shit like this and helping people for
here's
talking
what we
about
need to do.
ceremony
Go
and all
in
of
depth
this.
into this
See,
on
they
private
get
chat,
scared
and not even on here, like,
Right.
because they
Can I
still
Tosh, you need to get my
private chat.
information. We need to link up. Some of
They
us,
be
Caprice
scared. They
and
be
Yuzu,
scared
we
when we
need to
talk
link
about
up.
can I say
Just
something?
We
share it
need
with
to
people
link up off
around
this
you. Just
platform.
share it with people around you, right? In person that you talk to. Friends, family,
Exactly.
people that you, strangers that, you know, that people that we meet that are our people. Share this type, have these conversations.
Can I
That's
say?
where you spread information, not on a platform like this, okay?
Right. It's the storytellers.
But
And they will
Yeah,
kill
there's
us.
some
Like
things
they
you just
killed my
cannot
can I
platform.
say.
say
Y'all need
something?
to
They
know
will
when
kill
to
us.
and when not to, when to and when not to.
This
Thank
to
you,
this to the
Taj.
guys
Right
and
on.
glasses. Can I say something? Can I say something?
Preach.
I just want y'all to know, for the people who supposed to wake up, y'all need to know that these people are gonna wake up regardless. Either y'all help them or not. They supposed to wake up because they see the changes. We making changes. Either y'all believe it or not, we change. We're changing a lot. A lot of people are waking up. I don't know if y'all
100,
see
brother.
this.
But it's still some of our job.
Yeah.
And
We
we all
supposed to
got
do the
different
job
jobs. It's
regardless.
still
Yeah.
some of our jobs to lead them
Yeah.
and to lead the 8th
Yeah. We
generation
gotta do
to
it
change
regardless.
shit and shake shit up. It's our job.
Can I say something?
Just don't
Can I
mess
say
your
something?
head up
Preach.
trying to change somebody's life.
Can I say something for a second?
Speak.
You can speak,
There's about to be in the next 100 years 5 billion black people on this planet, and
Preach.
people in white society are struggling to accept that. Everything that these
Preach.
people have tried to do to destroy us is a failure. They failed.
Well, it's no matter what they do, they can't destroy us. We original.
But that's
They
the
cannot
thing.
destroy us.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, OGs, because y'all probably all y'all in here probably older than me. I'm a blue baby crystal. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. This not gonna go that far, bro. This not going that far. We're not going that many years. This not going that far. Believe me. Since they took your mom, it's over for them. It's not going.
What do you mean going that far? What do you
Hey,
mean specifically?
You need to send me a friend request. We need to link up. I need to get your information. Because you one of the ones.
Those $5 Indians are already starting to say that we are harassing them and unaliving them. They're already starting that right now.
Preach, brother. Preach, Caprice.
For real, bro. I'm just saying.
It's not going that far. Tell them, bro. This not going that far. Tell them.
It ain't going. We ain't gonna let it go that far.
No,
Caprice. Caprice. You need to link up. Get my information. You two Offset, because this shit going on. Y'all don't like. We have ceremony. It's people from all over the world are coming here for our ceremonies.
Bro, I already know how this shit ended, bro. I'm a blue, like I said, I'm a blue baby crystal. I already know how this ended.
So I'm gonna tell you like this. I hate it that I was telling people I'm grooming. I'm grooming my youngest son for this, and I'm the last generation in our family that knows.
Okay, Daniel, hold on. I want to hear what a blue baby crystal is.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so we one of the last ones. Like we come from either A or B. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but
I know what you're talking about. We come from A. We come from A.
Yeah. So me,
you come from what?
We come from A.
Planet A or B.
We come from A.
So
A? So
yeah,
not planet Earth?
This one my master told me. My master, he's from he a sun guy. He a sun guy.
Wait. So you're not from planet Earth?
Yeah.
Sister, this planet is a manifested creation.
Yeah,
this is all manifested.
You're not from here either.
You're not from here, Tosh. This is a manifested creation.
You gotta understand.
We know that. We died. So we know that. We all
yes,
died.
exactly.
That's a whole spiritual thing, though. We're not talking about.
Wait. It sounds kind of weird.
But sister,
we from a.
Go ahead, sister.
They don't left Earth on them.
Let's just stay on this planet, you guys. Let's stay on planet.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be completely honest.
Another one would be a manifested reality also.
Right on, B.
We got a lot of trolls on the live. Y'all gonna be the ones that's gonna stay behind.
Oh God,
when
it's trolls on here. And
when I'm in the stars with my ancestors, y'all gonna be the ones that's gonna be left behind. Look, I'm gonna be laughing at y'all next. Watch.
no, you ain't. Hey, hold on. Don't speak like that, because that's not what this is about. This is about uniting, brother, and helping other people. That's our job.
You right.
Just that quick. You trying to eliminate it.
Yes, that's our job.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I believe that as a Black American, and I'm gonna be completely honest. I haven't done much research on America and its history and the landmass and stuff like that, but I honestly believe that my ancestors came from Africa.
What the hell? Who freaking reported my page? What hate speech were we speaking about? What?
You better stop the live. You got to stop it. I would stop it.
Yeah, shut it down, and then you can come back, because
All right, guys, if I can't come back,
I mean, she could end up getting another hater that comes up and does the same thing.
yeah, and it's so sad because there was no hate speech. Like, we're just, I don't understand why haters like to do this.
There's a lot of them folks in here.
Yeah,
you know,
so if I'm not able to come back, and it's pretty late here, so I'm gonna go to bed. I will be back Friday. I'm on here Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Follow me, share. Please bring to my attention if there are people in the comments who seems like a hater. We need to keep track of those people.
it was the one. If you look at it, was the one saying about all people is the same, black, white, or whatever. That's when it went off. After
I will look out for Fraud Leader. I will look out for Mama Kona, all those people.
Yeah,
like,
she
when we
she
have,
did it twice.
you know, when Black people, we be among ourselves, you know, like the outside community, like to, you know,
yeah,
but not business.
I got it. And then when you're on here on Friday, if you see any of that, just mention it. Just say their names when you see it in the comment. Let me know. Bring my attention to it.
Hey, brothers,
And haters, keep on hating. We're gonna continue to thrive and rise.
Sister, thank you, sister.
Stop claiming my heritage, girl. Get your life.
Yes, thank you, and thank you,
All
brother.
right.
Okay.
All right, you too.
All right.
Good night, guys. Thank you. Come back, okay, sir. I love to hear your point of view, and I love to have someone of your caliber in life.
Yeah, you normally be on Rob Live a lot, and that's why I came across you at.
I'm trying to help build an empire. So we actually need to, what that brother was up there at the top, we all need to get together and sit down. I don't know what part of the country you guys in.
See, Taj, you see that, Taj? Taj, you see that? She called you a Janja weed. And that's normally a insult that they hurl at East Africans to
It's
say
okay.
that.
Let her get it all out, because this is gonna be her last time.
Oh, that one right there, that Mama Kanya one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's her. Yeah.
Go ahead and get some sleep, Taj.
Okay, so
All right, guys. Good night.
Send me a text when you come back up. All right. Okay, bro.
I will. Follow me and I'll send it to you. All right. Thank you, y'all. Bye. Bye, haters. Love you too. I know you love me.
Good night.
Oh, wait. I thought the live was going to end when I pressed OK. Never mind, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just go ahead and block this hater right away. Bye, Mama Kona. Who else did you say? Okay, I thought the live was gonna end actually when I.
And that one right there, that's Mama Kanda, whatever her name is. That's her. Yeah.
Yeah, she's done. Who else was it?
I can't remember that other one, but that Mama Kanda, she just keep over and over and over and over. There was another one, but I'm sure.
Come on up, you guys. I thought we had to go.
Okay, I'm going in because I got to be up in the morning.
Okay.
I got to go.
All right. Thank you. Come back tomorrow or Friday.
Okay, then.
All right.
Good night. How do I get out of here?
I'm gonna drop you.
Oh, my name is Omar. I mean, I know I got the number up there.
Okay, Omar. Good. I was wondering what should we call you. All right. Thank you, Mr. Omar. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Yeah, I thought once I pressed OK, because usually when you press OK, it kicks you out. But I guess that was warning because the haters tried.
Yeah, we just had one hater. Maybe 2 or 3.
I don't understand why.
Yeah, some people, they don't agree. They try to get rid of you.
Yeah, that is so sad and pathetic. If you don't agree, come up here, debate, and prove your point. You don't have to cry and say, "Stop it! Don't talk about it."
Reloaded Daniel said that they won't let him up.
Who?
What's his name? Reload. I guess it was blocking him or somehow.
Oh, maybe it was him that they reported. That's why I won't let him up.
Oh yeah.
I think maybe that was it. I didn't read the whole thing. It could be him. And it's not even giving me an option to invite him. So yeah, somebody reported him.
Okay, it must have been what he said right before he left. I guess they didn't like it. Speaking facts. True that.
All right. Well, anyways, it looks like our conversation pretty much it. Thank you for coming back. Yeah. Go ahead and tune in Friday. I will be here, and sometimes spontaneously I will be on here during the week. Although I try not to, but I'll definitely be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay.
All right, looking forward to it. Thank you.
Right. Have a good night. Bye, lovely people. Follow me and don't be stingy with love, okay? Just share it, spread it.